I'm gonna start calling you the little liar.
You call me where you want. We're champions, bro. That's what you're gonna call us.
24 hours later.
The league is not wrapped up. We can bottle it. Don't ever get it twisted. We can bottle this league. Yay! Football's back. International break's over. Ooh-ha. Yeah. And I have to sit back sometimes and say, am I all right? Kepa. Kepa Ariza Balaga. Couldn't Ariza Balaga. Fuck the. He dropped to his knees and left the goal as open as Bonnie fucking Blue. Bad poison in the fucking belly. Shut the fuck. It's like Arteta's like Miss Rachel. He's like Miss Rachel. Ooh, bad poison in the tummy, kids. Get back up. Come on, kids. Stop fucking smiling. Stop fucking smiling. Ah! Ooh, bad poison in the tummy, kids. A bad feeling of poison in the tummy. Get rid of that poison. Turn that poison into fire. Turn it into fuel. Get back up. Bad feeling in the tummy.
Friday was a semi-final. I'm gonna go Arsenal win the FA Cup. I think we do the. Yeah, I think we can do the double. I'm gonna put money on us too.
Your ass is fucking going. You're doing fuck all. We don't dance around in September and crying, mate. We dance around in September, we dance around in October, we dance around in December, and we dance around in fucking May. We deliver.
Shit!
Wow, that's quality. That's
Heritage.
Oi.
That was nostalgia. That was nostalgia, man.
None of you care that Grizz got away, no?
Nah.
Listen. Come on, man.
This guy down here, man. He said they'd lose after he said they'd win, man. Who cares?
Yeah.
He always gets away with it. He gets away with it all the time. You know that.
I'm dead. You're alive. You know what I mean? You're alive. I'm dead, man. You can't do shit. I'm dead. I'm not even here.
Like he's club.
This is not me. This is AI. I'm dead. This is AI.
What we
Don't
saying?
get the league's not wrapped up yet, yeah?
That's breaking news.
We can still bottle it. Didn't you hear the full sentence?
That doesn't sound like we'll never see second again.
But we haven't seen second again, so you're conflating two different, contexts.
You can't bottle it if you can't see second again. It's not possible.
I know, but there's context to the conversations each and every time. Match reactions are about the 90 minutes that we've just seen, no? You do a lot of match reactions.
Hey, how I do? That's very true.
Shouldn't you be in this title race if we go by match reactions? Shouldn't you be potentially winning the Champions League if we don't go by match reactions? Because I remember a lot of those kind of comments.
I've never said win the Champions League. Hey.
Could we go by match? Hey, don't you dare. I remember you saying start of this season, we can win the Champions League.
No.
You want to bet me now? Do you want to bet me now?
No. That was under a different manager. See, my manager's changed, you see. So that things have changed for me. You got the same manager. You got the same manager, man.
Okay. No worries. No, I just don't know. We're working off match reactions. Are we working off Twitter X? Are we going to work off the show? We're out here, people. But like, hype, subscribe, same way. And yeah, individual channels in the description below. SAEED's gonna do the job tonight, because of obviously, Man United no games and every other team, well, TOBS as well, actually.
Is he still on international break or something?
Yeah, man. We're chilling, man.
We're chilling.
Listen, I'm not getting disappointed. You know what I mean? You man are getting disappointed. You know what I mean? Somebody
I'm not getting disappointed. Are you not disappointed that you're not?
I'm disappointed, but like, I've not got a reason to be disappointed, you know what I'm saying? But you, man, it's fresh, innit? It's fresh in your mind.
You've not got a reason to be disappointed.
I'm disappointed, don't get me wrong, but like, we're hearing
wrong. Are you disappointed or not disappointed? You're saying you're not.
We're hearing quads, we're hearing domestic trebles, you know what I mean?
Did you hear that from me? This is a question I want to ask.
No, you know what it is? I don't care if it's not from you. About that. You know what I mean? I care what we've been hearing. What we've been hearing is that. So we're going to discuss it.
Who told you, though? I want to know.
Brother, we've been hearing in your fan base. The fan base has been talking. Like, we've been hearing domestic treble. We've been hearing the quads on. Maybe not from you, but you do represent Arsenal.
Well, not from me, but who?
No,
you said the double. You said I think we can do
the double.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's cool. But he said treble and quadruple and domestic.
Yeah, but it's been taught, man. It's been taught, man. The chat
you
part of our
English
community. The chat have been talking as well. You know what I mean? So they're involved.
After that chat won't be here tonight when Arsenal get beat.
There you go. There you go.
I mean,
so we gonna talk, man.
There's been a lot of talk though. There's been a lot of spliffs getting rolled with people's names on it. There was crowns being placed on people's heads. There was cigars being smoked. There was shark fin soup. Yep. There was codfish. Yep. There was sharks getting blown up. There was Friday Nemos. Yeah, there was all this kind of shit going down. And then, it doesn't sound the same. The last few months, there's been a lot of rants in cars. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of stress going on your side. You know, I don't ever see me getting stressed in a car. Don't ever see me getting ranted. I just keep try to be baited to concede defeat.
That's because you don't put your neck on the line, Steve.
There's losers and there's winners, and there's winning mentality and losing mentality.
That's because you don't put your neck on the line, do you, Steve?
You know, hey, listen. I said from day one, Man City will win the league.
Don't confuse deluded optimism with putting your neck on the line with conversations about your players. Never your neck on the line. With conversations about are you bottling the title race? Never putting your neck on the line. So there's a bit of a difference.
There's a bit of a difference. There's a bit of a difference of saying, are you bottling the title race? And because I say no, you don't like that. You want me to say yes. So that's not putting your neck on the line. That's me defending my team.
No, you never really criticize your team because that's you. I'm not criticizing you for not criticizing your team, but you cannot get onto someone else who chooses to be a bit more,
no one can tell me how I have got to act. Because I'm telling you how you got to act.
I'm telling you how you do act. I'm not telling you how you got to act.
I live and die by the sword. I back my club through thick and thin. I don't cry in car parks and fucking go on rants and that.
But when you lose, you don't actually tell the truth, do you, Steve?
What do you mean? Like what? When?
What do you mean?
When? Tell me.
Whenever. When do you actually criticize your club for a loss or players for poor form? When?
So I've got to criticize my team.
Not got to. If you're saying that's what I do, that's what I do, you're a completely different sort of fan. I'm a proper fan. You surf the positive wave. I get it. You've won a hell of a lot. But that's all you do. So you cannot kind of cross the border to this side of the fence to an argument with someone.
I give every single one of you lot shit, like you give me. But because I don't turn on my own, because I don't turn on my own, apparently I'm different now. I'm glad. I'm fucking glad I don't turn on my own.
Type of football fan, you are.
I am.
But obviously your club breeds that. You've won a lot, so you can be that.
No. I'm not my way of fan because of where I've been throughout my life watching the team. I've been to the bottom worse than you, and I've been to the top higher than you. And at the end of the day, I've seen both sides of the coin. So I know that there's no benefit in jumping on players' backs because you lot have been doing that for fucking years and you've still not got nowhere. So it's about time you all looked at yourselves in the mirror and thought, this getting on our players' backs is definitely not fucking working because we keep bottling it every year and shitting out.
It's not about getting on players' backs. It's about being objective. Remember when Matisse asked you, can you be objective? And you simply said no. That's fair. You described yourself. You described yourself as someone who can't be objective. So I'm just saying, as someone who can't be objective, you cannot now cross the line and say, "Oh, you're objective. Look at the way when you've lost. You just are a different type of fan." I haven't said anything that you haven't admitted.
You have lost the plot. You're trying to deflect massively. Your ass has fell out. Now you're trying to deflect it on me.
How much? You are. How's the last few weeks?
Guys, I'm gonna have to interject. I'm gonna have to interject. I'm not here for this. I'm not here for this deflection. I know where it's coming from. Turkish, you're a clever guy. I know what you're trying to do here, and it's not working on me. Yeah, you've done this every time to Steve. We know Steve is not objective. We know Steve is his own fan, but we're not here for that. We've had this conversation. We need to hear.
I'm not here for that.
No, I know that. But I'm just here for the community, and we've had this conversation before. As much as it's entertaining, we're here to talk about the Asna. Yeah, the Asna. How are you feeling? Are you feeling nervous? Are you sweating right now? You know what I mean? Are you feeling like, yo, because at the end of the day, you've given these City fans something to believe in now. You know? Are you feeling nervous?
Is this the first time we've given City fans something to believe in this season?
No.
Maybe not. But it's,
No, it's the third time. What did they do with the first 2 times we've given them something to believe in? Nothing. You're asking again, have they got something to believe in? What did they do with the first 2?
So
what does a loss in the FA Cup have to do with the Premier League right now?
Why are you shook? So why are you shook?
Shook of what?
You said in your voice, you said in your post-match reaction, don't get it twisted, we can still bottle this league. Why is that even entering your mind when you've given them 2 or 3 opportunities multiple times this season? They haven't seized it. Why is that even entering your mind?
It doesn't mean
continue worried.
It doesn't mean continue giving them opportunities.
But you just said, what have they done the first 2 times?
Yeah, and that's a fact, no? I'm asking a question that's based off a fact. What did they do the first 2 times?
You're saying it to suggest as if they're not going to do anything again this time round.
And I don't think they are. So if they come, if it's going to lead to the, if it's going to lead to the question, if it's going to lead to the question of, do I think we still win the league? Yes.
So then, what are you worried about? Why say that thing you said in your
because are you like? Are we really bringing individual match reactions to every?
No.
Yes.
Sorry. Wait. Sorry. Are we really bringing words that we've said on camera into a show about us talking about football? Is that what you're actually asking me?
So wait.
Are you actually saying?
Because let me get this straight. Because I've predicted we're going to win the Premier League and we're going to not see. Because I've predicted we're going to win the Premier League and not see second again. I can't, after a performance like that, say if we continue playing like this, we can bottle it. I can't say that. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, I'm just finding a lot of conflict in your words.
Your face says it all.
I'm just finding a lot of conflict in your words.
You can say that, brother.
You can say that.
SAEED's cutting again because it's
no. I agree. Listen. I agree. When you're after the game, emotions can say that
and then say what you said before. Doesn't make sense. It's too.
Because the conversation's bigger than that. No, hasn't my confidence been based on partly Arsenal this season and partly City this season? I've said it every time. Have City shown yet that they're really on it? They smoked Liverpool, but Liverpool are dead. Let's see if they're really on it. If they're really on it,
we as well.
You done well, but even I mean, there's even context to those games. You pulled it out. You're a winning team.
We didn't pull it out.
We did pull it out.
Battered you at Wembley. You had 20 minutes.
No, I mean against Liverpool. First half an hour, Liverpool were on you away from home.
Same as the Arsenal game.
Not really. We didn't really have much presence in the final third. They actually had a couple of chances they probably should have scored. Actually, Havertz should have scored, so you could say the same thing there. But like, I haven't seen a renewed City to say that side of my confidence is dwindling. Arsenal, I've told you all season, our attack is a problem. I told you recently, if you're going to hold me to account, didn't I say recently this football is going to cost us 2 trophies? I did. You've just seen it cost us 2 trophies in 2 weeks.
But what's making you say that it won't cost you the Premier League then?
Say that again?
So what makes you not believe that it's not going to cost you the Premier League then? That the football you're playing, it's going to be what? That you've got 7 games to go. You don't think that it will cost you in the next run-in? Because there's no guarantee of you beating Bournemouth 12-30.
That's why.
100%. No, SAEED. If we don't beat Bournemouth, should next Monday, should I still be as confident as I was?
No.
Exactly. So this whole bringing the match reaction thing is weird because listen,
I'm not even bringing that up. I know.
A Bournemouth game is massive.
Why is it weird?
I don't think it's weird, but was weird. I don't think you should judge your match reaction against what you're saying right now because
don't forget, you are feeling emotion. In the league, I haven't wavered that I said I think we're going to win it. But I've also said we've got big problems. If City were on it, we probably would be second now. But City haven't been on it. They're not on it this season like they've normally been on it. A lot of my confidence comes from that. So if I see us playing shit and I just see City smoke Liverpool, I'm going to say, yo, we've just set the wrong sort of tone. Because this game was all about setting the tone. I said it on this show. Man City set a strong tone. They smoked Liverpool. The tone is that they're on it. And the tone we've set is we're on the same bullshit we was on before the international break. Because it's more of the same from there. This ain't just, oh shit, off the international break, Arsenal are playing shit. We've been playing shit. It's just that these men haven't been on it like they've been on it before. So Saeed's first question is, are you worried? I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about us. And I've been worried about us all season. But I haven't wavered in thinking we're going to win the league because they haven't shown me anything like what they've shown in the past. So hopefully I've broken that down for you, TOBS in particular. But
Also, a silver lining, this gives them more time to focus on the league
Yeah,
and
that
their
sounds like a good
priorities.
no, I don't believe that.
Because we all
That's
know
some
the
bullshit.
cups. The cups
Why are
don't
you
mean
saying
much
that?
to Turkish. Turkey
Are you
doesn't
mocking
care
BS.
about-
It's one
doesn't
game.
care about the
It's
cups.
one game. That's BS.
Cup- the
No,
cup-
literally one game.
Who said
Cup
that?
is still in the
The
Champions
cups
League.
couldn't
Who said
save
that?
Arsene Wenger. The Carabao Cup, you didn't care. So just move the cups aside now. Focus on the priorities, the big trophies, the majors.
Who said that?
It's what it's all about. No, I'm just. I thought I was speaking on your behalf.
No, because any Arsenal fan that came out after that game and said the positive is that we can focus on other things. This would have been a semi-final. This would have been one more game in the calendar. One more game. So to Arsenal fans that said that, I'll say it myself, stop talking shit. So yeah, if that argument comes from another show you might be on, leave it at that show. Let's talk about this show here and what I've said. Yeah. So bring me what I've said to the plate, because the Premier League was still top. The Premier League was still comfy. So until I'm uncomfy, I'm gonna be chilling, smart. Listen, the FA Cup, that exit is embarrassing. We're gonna get cooked. We should be cooked. You're all gonna cook. That's fine. Cook us. I'll jump in. We deserve to be cooked. But in terms of asking me about my confidence moving forward, I've seen this. I've seen this before twice.
You're definitely not chilling though, because in the last 2 weeks you've lost a cup final and got beat off Southampton, so you're not chilling there. And you're sitting in the car.
No, but Steve,
shit, and you're deflecting shit on me, talking about how I am and I'm not objected and all that, trying to deflect the fact that you have spoken an awful lot of bullshit this season and started giving it the big one, and you've actually treated and spoke about Man City like we're a bunch of dickheads. Yeah, and now it's come back to bite you on the arse. So if you lose this fucking league title,
I've done my job, because you keep look how rattled you are about some of the things
you haven't done your job. See, because you're not letting me speak. This is how I know that you ain't done your job, because now no one's ever seen you like this before.
You keep
no one's ever
mentioning
seen you
things
like
I've
this
said
before.
earlier on in the season.
You
You're
are
still holding
rattled.
on. Whenever I
You
talk
were
about
rattled.
City like dickheads, Steve, let me
You're
ask you
rattled.
something.
You've been
Let
rolling
me ask you
spliffs with
something.
people's names on that.
Who predicted City will be second this season on this panel? Me. So how can you sit there and say I've talked about you lot like you're dickheads? I haven't.
You
but
know,
you're not
we're going to be
you're not
second.
the
Because
same
you know we're
team,
going to be
Steve.
second or
You're
first.
not
You
the
know that's
same team.
inevitable. You're not
the same team.
reinvented. Yeah, but you're not. You're not the same team. You were the best team in the world 3 weeks ago.
Here.
You were the best team in the world 3 weeks ago. What are you now?
We are the same team or we're
what
not.
are you now?
We are top
Was
of
you
the
not
league.
the best team in the world 3 weeks ago? That's what you were saying. All your fan base was saying it. Oh yeah, yeah, but you can keep saying "ooh me." Poor you, because you've been the same. You've been mouthing it. We can dig clips up with you, smoking cigars and all that. So you got to take it. Deflecting all this nonsense on Toby and deflecting it on me and saying, "Oh, you're not this and you're not." Forget all that shit. You can call me whatever you want, but I'm saying you're not the same now. Your arse is going, your gums are flapping, and you're just waffling bare shit. I'm the one that's
talked about us not being the same. I'm the one that before these two losses, again, I'm going to reiterate, before these two losses, I said on this panel, this football's going to cost us 2 trophies. So you asking me how do I feel after we've just been... You asking me how I feel after this football has cost us 2 trophies.
What about the 6 months before that, though? What about the 6 months before that, all the shit you were saying? All the shit you were saying that 6 months before that.
100%.
Has the league playing this football, then we're gonna lose 2 trophies and lost 2 trophies.
Has the league position changed? Because remind me if all my confidence hasn't been on the Premier League this season, because I'm pretty sure that everything confidence related that you're talking about has been on the Premier League. So what's changed there for me to now feel a way about that?
No,
if you want to talk about FA Cup, embarrassing. But in terms of
talk about the fact that Man City, this team that's finished, come and done you last week at Wembley on your big day out, and talk about little Southampton that absolutely fucking tatered you at weekend, because you're the best team in the world.
You know when you put sentences like that, talk about this City team that are finished that beat us in the final.
We're not finished, mate. We win trophies, mate. We win trophies.
But you're taking a sentence from me where I said City are finished, the era is over, let's say, and using it there. So let's say I say to you, how comes you've let this Bottlers FC, Set Piece FC, Arse's Falling Out FC
don't be playing the sympathy card here. Don't be playing the sympathy card here, mate. Don't be playing the sympathy card here, mate. Best team in the world. We only need Eze. We only need Gyökeres. We only need Madueke. Yeah, so there's none of that there. At the end of the day, every time you've played us, when it mattered, your arse has fell out. You've not won anything yet. You played us in the cup final, your arse has fell out.
Are you going to change that?
What do you mean?
In the league, are you going to change that?
No, you just said apparently we get dominated.
No, it's a simple question. Are you going to change that? You said we. You said we
I said
haven't
from
won
day
it.
one that we're going to win the league. From day one,
Okay.
you lot
This
on
is
here
good.
tried to make me concede it 5 or 6 times. Come on, Steve, admit it. You said with your own mouth, he knows what's going on. He knows what's going on. I know fuck all. All I know is what's gone on in the past. And you shit the bed. And you shit your bed twice in 2 weeks in a cup final and the FA Cup. There you go. So I'm talking facts. So don't be talking about I never do this and I never do that. A week ago, I was slandering Pep Guardiola for picking the wrong team in Madrid. A week ago, I was slandering Semenyo for not playing well. I said that Phil Foden was out of form. So if you want to go down that road, we can go down that road. But
that's because that
has been consistent with all
due respect, that's because those players haven't followed you yet and they haven't DM'd you. Once they follow you and DM you,
it's not like that, mate. I ain't in pictures with a
Semenyo's man of the match.
Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord.
Listen, no, we're different because there's a difference. There's a difference. Do you know what the difference is? Do you know what the difference is? Do you know what the difference is? You spent 10 years on AFTV begging for a club and players to follow you, but you was that toxic. None of them did. There you go. That's it. So that's it. I wasn't sat with a Cronkays with my arm around him. I didn't have an Arsene Wenger out t-shirt out. You know what I mean? So your track record is a lot worse than mine. So don't worry about who's following me. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about your doing. There's a reason why the club you love don't go anywhere near you and the people you was employed by because you're toxic. Just because I'm not toxic and I've got mates.
Didn't you say your club stopped contacting you?
It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, your club has never contacted you.
I don't know.
I'd rather my club stop contacting me for my principles than my club never contacting me.
Because and Steve, let me tell you something now. Let me tell you something now, Steve, because this is hilarious. This is funny. This is funny because when you talk about your club, you say no one's going to alter your opinion. No one's going to change the way you want to talk about your club. Nothing, not even your club can do that. That's what I've done over the years. So for you to try and say Arsenal don't talk to me, I couldn't give a shit, brother. Trust me on that. But for you to say that because
you just basically said I don't criticize players because you don't follow me. That's a load of bullshit. That's a load of bullshit. That is a load of bullshit. At the end of the day, sounds like you're a little bit jealous or something there. That's a bit of jealousy or something coming out of there.
Jealous?
Yeah, it must be. It must be.
Bro, that's the facts, bro. There's no jealousy there, bro. Come on, man.
Listen, I've worked.
Bro,
I've worked on your
legends of the club follow me, bro. I just don't go on about it and try and act like it puts me into another stratosphere as a fan. You think legends? I don't care about that stuff, brother. I don't. All I care about is the club that I love. Trust me on that. Yeah, so
until it goes a bit
just not mentioning
and
that.
then you don't care about the club. Then you've got the Arsene Wenger t-shirt on, innit?
Guess what? I've done my job again.
Wenger t-shirt on, innit?
I've done my job again. You talk about doing jobs on this show. I've done my job again on this show. So welcome.
You've not done no job. You've not done no job. No,
you're there rattled again.
No, listen. The chat is 90% Arsenal. You just made yourself look a fool. Simple as that. It's comical. Do you know why? Because people see me like this on this show every week, ranting and raving. No one's ever seen you like that. So that's why we know we're under your skin.
Because I'm hosting, man.
Exactly. Like what?
Anyway,
have you ever seen Arsenal 9 points clear at this stage of the season?
Yeah, so you should be chilling. You should be doing.
But of course, you're going to see something different, Steve.
You should be reacting like this.
Of course. But another thing that done its job, the spliff done its job as well. You haven't stopped mentioning that. You haven't stopped mentioning that.
So, yeah, because
in November.
I've had that split for a while, though.
Steve,
you know what I mean?
That was in November.
So basically, he can do whatever he wants, but then when it comes and bites him on the ass, we're not allowed to mention it. Are you mad? Are you mad?
Don't stop mentioning this because I've got another one to roll in May. Keep reminding me because I've got another one to roll in May, Steve. Right? That one was rolled in November. Never seeing second again spliff. That one was smoked. It's done.
I rolled the Carabao Cup spliff last week.
December, January, February, March.
And a Southampton split this weekend. Did you see that?
Since I rolled that spliff, it's been 4 months. 4 in a row months. And you ain't done shit about it yet.
You've not won anything. You've not won anything in 4 months, and we have.
And we have. Top. So why should I worry now?
You've not won anything in 4 months, and we have. There you go.
We've given you chances, Steve.
You haven't given no one chances. We give you a chance to beat us in the cup final last week, and you didn't.
You're not sharks, Steve.
We are, because we ate you up last week. We ate your team up last week. Gobbled you up last week.
It's funny you say since day one you believe when
we're not sharks.
It's funny you say they. Are you sharks now?
Still not won a cup.
Are you sharks again?
Did we beat you last week?
So you're sharks again? I just want to know because some days you're not sharks. Some days
Did we
shocks
beat you
are
last
not
week in the
real.
cup final?
Now shocks are real again, right?
Did we beat you last week in a cup final?
You did. We spoke about that last
There
week.
you go, then. There you go. It didn't
And we're
look like,
beating you to a
didn't
league
look like
title this
shark
season,
fin soup
so-
last week. Didn't look like
And we're
shark
beating-
fin soup last week. All it looked like was you lot
yeah,
trying.
but that's ordered for me. That's a delicacy, Steve. You know, you
What
think
are you
it's
talking
easy. You
about
think
in
it's easy
November?
to just catch a
What are
shark.
you talking about in
I
November?
got the fishermen on that. They're gonna get me a nice shark.
Why are you
ready
talking
for
about that
May.
in November then?
And in
Why are you talking
May,
about in November?
the water's gonna be boiling. The the stove's gonna be on. Everything, any utensil you need to cook a shark, it's gonna be there, and we'll eat. We will eat
In
shark
November,
as the
in
six of us.
November, they thought it was all done and dusted, but now they've been beating the cup final and been beat off little old Southampton. It's not the same, is it? You know what I mean?
think-
You better sack
yeah.
the chef.
Not the
That's
same.
the damning point, man. Southampton. You know what I mean? It's not, and they've had an easy running, by the way. This is
Very
what you
easy
got to
running.
remember.
Very easy running.
Very easy running. Mansfield, a lot of teams that they should be beating. Ethic, the Carabao Cup final, the way they went out as well. I think this is damaging, man, for this Arsenal team. Mostly as well because of this manager. He's a main culprit. We can talk about the players, but I think the main culprit is Mikel Arteta. Like, I don't know what he's thinking. Leaving guys at home like Declan Rice. You know what I mean? You haven't won a trophy.
Hold on. There was some very seasoned international players on that pitch.
Yes.
Right? Was Benjamin White on that pitch?
Yes.
One of the best right backs in the country. Better than
I don't know
Reece
about that
James,
one.
according to Turkish LDN Limited,
Blanco.
on that pitch. Benny Blanco. Was he not on that pitch? Was Zubimendi not on that pitch?
Yes.
Right? Was Lewis Skelly from last season? Was he not on that pitch? Was Havertz, King Kai on that pitch? Was Madueke on that pitch? Jesus, part of the famous what was it?
MSN.
Yeah, on that pitch.
MSN.
Martinelli, better than Mbappe, according to Lee Judges, on that pitch. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Bro,
That's crazy.
I don't want to hear no excuses. Internationals all over that pitch, bro. There was players with caps on that pitch. Arsenal, that was just a poor performance. There's no excuses. Declan Rice should have had his feet up. No problem. He's been there all season playing. Do you know what I mean? He's been grafting, cooking. He's been great for them for the most part. You should be able to send out a rotated team. This is a team with great depth. For all season long, we're hearing about.
Is it great depth? No, is it? Is it great depth?
Well, we have to ask them.
Because I called it out a couple of weeks
ago. The
ago.
depth was called into question. The depth failed them, right? They made some changes. But this is the best depth in the league. This is a team that has been assembled for situations and scenarios like this. They spent a lot of money in the summer bringing in these squad players, the players that were meant to, booster out this team. They sent them to Southampton and they failed. So I don't really want to talk about who was missing, because when you look at Arsenal's team, it's strong team.
But you don't think there's an arrogance about Arteta? That's what I'm kind of mentioning. When you look for a guy that's not won a trophy, I'm talking about the arrogance of Arteta. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Guardiola would say to De Bruyne, go sit at home. He'd have him on the bench. And I think that kind of arrogance.
I think two things can be true. I think two things can be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, two things can be true. That's what I'm saying to you. I do believe with you, it should be beating them. But I also think as well, he's too arrogant. Mikel Arteta.
Can we dig into this arrogance? Can we dig into this arrogance? Because
yes,
he chose to spend 65 million and 270 bags a week on Kai Havertz. We all said here that is a shit signing for Arsenal. Yeah. Okay, cool. He scored a couple of goals in a couple of months, but we said fundamentally that's not a good signing for Arsenal. In the summer, he chose to spend 52 million on Madueke. We all said that's not a good signing for Arsenal. It doesn't improve on any of their options. It's literally just another body.
Yeah.
Right? We've said these things. Norgard, I don't think Norgard is a bad player. I think Norgard has proven himself to be a solid Premier League player. But guess what? You've not played him consistently. You've not played him consistently enough, right? So I think I'm saying all these things to agree with your point to a certain extent on Arteta, but I do think some of these players, Arsenal fans have told us how good they are. Then show it. Madueke, he should be starting ahead of Saka. Why didn't he perform? Kai Havertz, wait till he comes back from injury. He's gonna cook. Yeah, best squad depth in the league. Rare. I don't want to hear it, bro.
It's not a single kid came off the bench, by the way. This is Calafiori coming on. It's Saliba, Gyökeres. Zubimendi. It wasn't a weak team. It wasn't a weak team at all.
Do you know what's
Don't
mad as
forget,
well?
don't forget, they got called back from international duty for the fake injuries to get beat off Southampton as well.
And also as well, yeah, they didn't play a single Premier League team. They didn't play a single Premier League team in their run. What was it? Mansfield, Portsmouth, Wigan, Southampton. I get that they're on a roll, but come on, man. What's happening here? Nah, man. That is.
If you play like a championship team,
that's actually a diabolical performance. That's a diabolical performance. I'm sorry. Diabolical result, because that's an easy. No disrespect to Southampton, but you couldn't have asked for an easier run up to the semi-finals. You genuinely couldn't have. You actually couldn't have. So whether we want to talk about the players, could he have gone stronger? He probably could have gone stronger. But the players on the pitch, they should have been able to do the job at hand. Everyone is responsible. When you go out of 2 cups, everyone's responsible.
This performance ain't team selection related, because whatever selection we've played this season from midfield to attack, it's yielded this sort of a performance more often than not, especially in the second half of the season. That's why those match reactions you'll see, Tobs. Remember the one where I said I'm worried, and you brought that one up, because our attack has been shit. The midfield along with it has been shit. I mentioned Mansfield on last Thursday's show. I started with Southampton ain't a given. We went live, we went toe to toe with Mansfield, let alone the Southampton. But it's still no excuse. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing because, like I said, it sets the tone, and we've set the same tone we always set. We set the same tone that Steve always mocks correctly, which is the tone that we're not on it. Do you get it? That's the most frustrating thing of it all. Set the right tone coming into this, and we just failed to do that. But this is nothing new in terms of the performance. It was just bound to catch up with us eventually, and it was going to be cup competitions because the league has been the way the league is. We've talked about that already. But it's just it's not the team selection. Should he have gone stronger? No, we went strong enough to win the game. But what am I going to say? If Rice was there, we win. I can't say that for sure.
No.
If Saka was there, we win. I can't say that for sure. If Gyökeres I can't say any of this for sure, because we've seen this season that, all right, we're better with them, but we've also failed to create chances. We failed to apply pressure in the last 20 minutes of games we need to win with those players on the pitch. So it's a far bigger problem than that, and that's why when you lot start with Mikel, I agree that is where it starts and it stops in terms of what's happening out there. Because listen, it is mad, and I said it in my match reaction. It is mad that I feel like that, and I feel like this being top of the league, but your team's got to give you something on that pitch. It's got to give you something.
Only one person did
in a cup final. And by something, I don't necessarily mean go bend one in from 30 yards. I mean, put your neck and heart on the line on that pitch. And I didn't see that. I haven't seen it in any game this season where it's kind of if we win this game, we're setting a tone game. Remember Liverpool 0-0. If we won that game, I think that's the one where, or that was around where Bernardo said if they won that game, we would have thought it was over. Anytime it's a game like this, I fail to see heart, fight, passion, things to get the fans rallied. Do you get it? So when you leave that game, it's just like, yes, we're top of the league, but it's like, what the fuck? Don't these men want to win something? Is it actually the mentality? Are these men actually so weak mentally that this is what it produces on the pitch in the biggest moments? You can't be leaving these question marks with 7 games to go. Yes, we're top. But should I just put my shades on and ignore the fact that the way we're playing, if we continue playing like this, forget Etihad City, we can drop points to Bournemouth. We can drop points to West Ham. Who else we got? Leeds. We could drop points to anyone playing like this. It's just the proof's in the pudding. Mansfield, toe-to-toe, Southampton beat us. So, yeah. Sorry. I don't know where we was going with it, but talking about team selection is just... It's neither here nor there.
We've got to give credit to Southampton as well. We've got to give credit to Southampton as well, because they were brilliant. They were absolutely brilliant. But like you said, if they sensed that this was their big game, they went for it. And like you say, they are a lot of them Arsenal players that they're given a chance. They're in a title team that's top of the league, and they're sat on the bench. They've given the chance in the cup competition to go out there and prove it and take your shirt and say, you know what, I want to get his shirt ahead of him. And a lot of them didn't fancy it. They didn't fancy it. And like you say, it's a worrying fact, because we've all sat here on this panel and said we think Arsenal have got the best squad. We've got the best setup. They've got the best substitutes to go and win the league and go deep in every competition. We said that. And looking at the squad on paper, you've got to think they're covered in every position. But when it's come down to it, that backup squad that has had to come in has let them down. It's let them down. They've been out-fought and out-battled. They got out-battled tactically in a cup final by City. And then there's no way that team they put out should get beat off Southampton. No way. But they got out-fought and a little bit of courage. And that was it. So it's worrying times.
Who was the strikers? TOBS, like this Ross Stewart. Or was it Rod Stewart that bullied Gabriel, man? Your boy Gabriel.
Rod Stewart.
Man might have been Rod, bruv. Steve, it could have been Rod Stewart out there, bruv. You know what I mean? It's like this guy was bullying their like Muscular has been good this season. But
the Brazilian kid they had on the wing. Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, I forgot his name. But that Rod
Did you see the story about him? Did you see the story about him? Got brought to Europe, promised to get a club. Somebody just blagged him, fake agent, took his dough. Ended up playing for a Swedish 5th division team and then got picked up by Schalke, put in the reserves. And now he's at Southampton, but he looked lively, mate. They couldn't cope with him. Yeah. Every time he got the ball, he was on the front foot. You know, Southampton sensed it. You can sense it. When your team, remember, not last season, was it last season? When City couldn't buy a win. Teams could sense we were fucking gone. And they were coming and doing us, mate. And I think teams can sense it a little bit with Arsenal now and think, you think Bournemouth won't fancy it at weekend? They'll think, let's get them. Let's get them. You know, we've all been there. This is where they've got to bounce back. They've got to put in a very convincing performance to show everyone that they're back against Bournemouth. If they lose to Bournemouth at weekend or drop points to Bournemouth at weekend, it's going to be fucking panic stations. I'm telling you now.
Sporting
tomorrow. Yeah, forgot to play Sporting first. The fact that they're going to fancy mad. The fact that Max Dowman, 16 years old, was the best player on the pitch. So that's worrying for Arsenal. You know what I mean? Majorly worrying. The fact that Odegaard isn't performing. You know, these players that are meant to be part of the squad depth, they're not performing. And a 60-year-old is shining everyone else. It's very worrying, man. You know, and like I said, Saka's out now. You know, Eze's just coming back from injury. You know, Martinelli ain't really showing much. Yeah, cool. He's had a couple of Champions League goals. Gyökeres, to be fair, is. But, like, you know, there's a lot of players now out of form now. You know what I mean? I don't know if Timber's back, can you rely on Ben White? There's a lot of problems. And then you got the manager, the biggest one, that, you know, what's the style now? Are they playing a good style of football? What's the way now to get these guys ready, that knowing that this is a business end of the season now? It's two big setbacks, you know. This needs ultimate, like, man management now for Mikel Arteta to galvanize this team and say, yo, forget what's happened now. I know it's tough, but now you've got to lock in because, you know, you got the Premier League and the Champions League, the big ones. If you lose them, boy, oh boy, yo, this will be the ultimate disaster.
He's in this catch-22, Saeed, because a lot of Arsenal fans have been calling for him to play a different way. Right, but the way he's been playing with the set pieces, with the long throw-ins, has just been getting the job done. So he's thinking we're nearly there now. So if he changes it now and they fall, people will say, "Fucking hell, he should have stayed the way we were doing. We were doing all right." So he don't know what to do. It's going to be intriguing to see what they do, because I don't know. It's just one of them things, isn't it?
Do you think you can dominate with this manager, Turkish?
At one point, I did. Remember when I said it?
Because I feel like a lot of your
Damn, when did you say that?
Do you remember I said in 18 months we'll win the league and then dominate for a few years? But that ended last summer. Do you remember when that ended last summer?
Yeah, we remember.
No, but because but listen, it was based off of a lot of stats that was going in the right way, you know, in terms of record-breaking numbers here and there. We was doing that. We just didn't get the trophy, so it felt like something was on the horizon, and something is on the horizon. Because, okay, a year late, but a league's there. If you ask me about eras and all that, I don't feel it. Because, you know, last summer was another summer to rectify a big issue for us and for him, I think, in terms of a relatively new manager still, you know, unable to form a quality attack, even for his resume, I think. Forget just Arsenal. I think that's something he needs to do, whether it's here or elsewhere. And we sat down beginning of the season, and I think when we done the transfer window ratings, I think I gave us a 7.5 out of 10, and everyone else gave higher 8s and 9s. The reason I did that is because Madueke I don't rate. So as much as yes, we added him and the depth is better than it was, or supposedly so. It kind of cost us Ranieri, which then you could argue what's there more in. But this is Arteta's decisions. Gyökeres comes in. Okay, maybe not the fans' choice because a lot wanted Sesko, but he comes in, and is it Berta? Is it him? But he comes in, and Arteta's the man. Arteta's the highest paid man at this club. So you got to say it's his decision in some way, shape, or form. But Gyökeres doesn't exactly hit the ground running. And even now, he's probably been our best attacker this second half of the season, overall, pound for pound.
Yeah, easy.
We're still not seeing enough to say, yeah, you know, if Alvarez is available, we'll miss out on that one. No, if he's available, you do it, because the attack is still missing everything it was missing 12 months ago. And that's after 180 million spent.
Wow.
It's still missing that. Now, we wasn't in a position of, we have a world-class player here, a world-class player here, and we can get things wrong. And eventually, you know, it will make sense. No, because no one is, you know, no one's world-class in this attack, and or has been. It's about getting there. So Arteta's failed to build an attack again. So that's what worries me about this era thing. At this moment in time, just get this league over the line. Because the way we're playing, we play like that against Bournemouth, we can bottle this league. But if you ask me, are we going to win it? I'm going to keep to my guns and say, yeah. But we're playing shit. Like teams have figured it out. And it's not a hard thing to figure it out. They don't have much in attack, cohesion, or quality. So let's put it on them a little bit, bypass the midfield maybe. And you know, there's been much success in that. Wolves, Brentford, Man United, Southampton. This ain't the first game. You know, Man City, okay, Man City are great, but these other teams we should be beating. But they all had an inkling they can get. Remember the days of, we're facing low blocks every week, man. We're struggling. That's finished. 6 months. Teams don't low block us no more. And we're still
they dominate.
Quality and cohesion issue now. Yeah. Because the low block's not there as an excuse. So the era question, I don't have faith in it.
No, I think the era is one of them ones where, like, you're gonna stumble over the line. Don't get me wrong; everyone's gonna still celebrate, but it won't be a memorable.
Look at the managers that have had eras in the Premier League. Every single manager that's had an era in the Premier League is legendary. An era is a big thing.
Yeah,
you get it. So
even you would argue Mourinho didn't, like, he won 2. You know what I mean, in the first time, but he didn't dominate. Everyone expected him to dominate, but I don't think the football was sustainable to dominate. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this with Arteta, football. Say?
They dominated.
I'm talking, they won it 2 years in a row, but I'm talking about dominating like 3-4, like what Guardiola and Fergie have done in that.
So you're talking about like style. You're talking about like style. You're talking about like scoring goals.
Yes, in that kind of manner. And obviously, you're looking at Arteta, like, it's even disrespectful for me to even compare it to Mourinho, but you can't see it, man. He's just holding the team back. You go and get him a player of, for example, Yildiz, your guy Yildiz. I feel like he'll stifle Yildiz, you know what I mean, to go and express himself and be that player, because they want to contain or they want to do something in a different way. So
he's got
a problem, man.
He's got a problem. And again, this is something I've said, this is for years I've said this. He's got a problem with characters. And when you're a young manager, I get that. Guendouzi doesn't want to say sorry. Who the fuck are you? Get the hell out of this club. I get it. I'm with you. I like Guendouzi, but I'm with you there. I understand how that is. As a manager, employee, you can't be having that, you know. Aubameyang, Ozil, big characters. It didn't work with him. And every player he signed in the attack, their character hasn't been the most exuberant, or like, you know, when you get great attackers, they all come with character. They all come with some character that you have to manage. And sometimes you don't manage it. You just let it, you know, just let that character. I don't think, well, I know he hasn't got that in him because he hasn't showed he can apply that. And I think when it comes to the attack, you can build a defense unit, a midfield even. But when it comes to the attack, I think you need characters. Do you get what I'm saying? I think you need characters to really have that bit of magic, have that bit of, forget what the manager's saying, I ain't passing, I'm banging this. We don't have that. We have robots across the board, and that's the way he likes it. So we can talk about the players out there, each and every one of them in attack has underperformed this season. But if that's the case, each and every one of them, it's a managerial, tactical issue. So we're top of the league, and that's the saving grace here. But how can I say that's the saving grace? How can it feel like that?
I've never seen anything like this. This is
never.
Talking of attackers with character and everything, what do we think about Martinelli pushing a ref like that and thinking he's like someone? Like who got 4-game ban? Someone got a 4-game ban in it for
Mitrovic, wasn't it? Is it Mitrovic?
Bro, do you think banning him for 4 games benefits us or doesn't?
That's what I'm thinking. I
would ban him for 7 games.
Literally, it was Mitrovic versus United, wasn't it, Steve? Mitrovic versus United.
Yeah. But that was because he was intimidating, to be fair. He was bro, the guy, he got red card in it, and then obviously he went to the referee and boom. Like, remember, William got sent off. Bearman was
8-game ban.
Yeah, it was an 8-game ban. But it's different, though. He's just pushing them away from the ball, though. Mitrovic was actually Serbian Donny going at the referee.
What did Martinelli do? He laid hands on the referee. What?
Brother, the context is different.
Brother,
I hear what you're saying.
If I done that to you, you'd square up to me. Would you square up?
You want him banned? You want Martinelli banned?
You're a teacher. You're a teacher.
You want him banned? You want him banned?
Man's trying to give Arsenal an advantage. What's he trying to do here? Is he trying to give Arsenal an advantage?
Was you a teacher?
You want him away? Like, what's it?
Teacher, please.
No, but it's like you don't understand what's going on right now here. Yeah, cool. Martinelli pushed him, but like, no one's saying red card.
You're telling
you want him sent off.
You're telling off a student, and the pupil comes up to you and pushes you, and you're allowing it. This is why.
Of course, I'm not having it.
This is why you got sacked. This is why you got sacked.
Why is this a talking point? Why are you?
What is Sky doing, man? He's lost his head, man. Are you all right, Grizz?
Me and Tobes are licking our lips for the collapse.
You know what?
Yeah,
I thought there was still more to talk about with Arsenal. But
there is.
You with that crazy comment has just reminded me we've got another team to talk about. So thank you for doing
that. No. I agree. He thinks he's gonna get away with it, but yeah, it is mad. Are you confident you're gonna get a win tomorrow night? What are you saying result wise?
Away at Sporting. Am I confident about the win? No.
What?
What away? I'm not confident we beat them away. I don't think we lose. So I'm saying a draw.
Wow. Oh shit.
They're unbeaten in I think 6 games, is it? Something like that.
They moved. Who was that team? Bodo. They moved to
second leg.
They blammed the living daylights out of Bodo.
Nothing in the Portuguese league even counts. So I'm stripping them of this unbeaten record because who do they play? Santo.
No. I think it's in the Champions League. I think it's at home.
Alcaraz, bro. That we know that Portuguese league is robbed, yeah.
No, I think the record is that in the Champions League.
Fake Luis Suarez rolling around with 30 goals.
They got something for Arsenal
just coming from Liga.
They have some,
but they have
energy in
That's true, bro.
The way Gyökeres handled the situation, they should have some energy with that. I think they're a decent side, like So
yeah,
this is where they got to stand up. This is where they got to stand up, though. Now they got to stand up. If they go out there tomorrow night and they put in a solid performance and a bit of a statement performance and they win big in Lisbon, then the mini meltdown will be forgotten about. But this is what I'm saying. Only a couple of weeks ago, a lot of the Arsenal fans were thinking, fucking hell, we've touched lucky here. We've got Southampton in the cup, we've got City in the final, and we've got Sporting Lisbon, and we're on that side of the draw. It looks good. Then you roll it back now. They've lost the Carabao Cup final. They've been beat to Southampton, and now they're thinking, hold on a minute, Lisbon might be a little bit shaky.
Which one's more important?
The league's the most important for him now. The league's the most important for him now.
Bournemouth or Sporting? Turkish?
Bournemouth, easy. Bournemouth.
You need to wrap up that league, bro. Trust me.
But everything, I think at this stage of the season, everything is relative in a sense that I'm with Steve. Try wrap the game up tomorrow because then you make light of the home game, and the home game comes before Etihad. Whereas if you don't wrap it up tomorrow, then you've got a massive 90 against Bournemouth. You've got a massive 90 against Sporting, potentially 120, and then you've got Etihad. So we've got to try get some part of the job done tomorrow. Not like the Labour. We need to get maybe a 2-goal lead tomorrow. Even a lead tomorrow should see us through comfortably in the home tie, right? But the way we're playing, and with Sporting got a bit of bite to it, I wouldn't be surprised with a draw.
And you know what the thing is, from my point of view, the frustrating thing is all City fans are feeling the same. They've been there for the taking for weeks. Stupid draws that were given away. Stupid games with conceding last-minute goals. They were there for the taking. City, if we'd have won a couple of them, that we would have just bit into it and thought we're having it. Now we're 9 behind. We've got a game in hand. We've got to play them and all that. The best case scenario, I said it last week, we get to 3 points. But also the best case scenario is what is happening now. They lose the cup final. They've lost to Southampton. The fans are on a bit of a wobble. Remember we were saying, this is perfect for us here now. We just need one more slip in that league. And I'm telling you now, Pep, City look a different side. You can't say they don't. The last 2 games, they've looked totally different. Pep's changed the system. This 4-2-4 that he's playing. He's not pressing teams so high. He's letting them play it long. I can't believe, I'll talk about Liverpool in a minute. I can't believe Liverpool played exactly the same as Arsenal the other day with that long ball. It's getting mopped up and straight back at them every opportunity. So the league's won. From a neutral point of view, it's looking good. He's going to go to the wire. That's all I ever wanted. Take it to the wire. But at the minute, like you say, you know what he's saying. We've bantered on here. Quad talks and that. I've said it before. City's been thrown the quad year after year after year. The treble, you're going to do treble and all that. Liverpool the other year was the closest where I thought, you know what? I'm looking at it. I'm thinking this Liverpool team might win the quad. I couldn't see them getting beat. And then what did you end up with, Grizz? 1 or something? And I'm thinking 2. And that's how hard this is. So now I think Arsenal is operation win the league. They're limping right now. Turkish said the other week in the cup final, Man City are a wounded animal. Arsenal's a wounded animal now. So it goes both ways. The animal either bites you, yeah, or it sits in the corner and dies. And at the minute, they're dying. They need to fight back. They need to fight back. They've got to put a statement result out there because with City and our fan base, if we lose in these games, there's no massive reaction. You might get a few on Twitter that say it, but there's no overall massive reaction. With Arsenal, it's either here or there. There's no in between. It's either here or there. And at the minute, they're back down here. They need something to take them back up again because at the minute, they're limping. They're limping.
There's a danger that Steve could get us all excited here. TOBS probably smiling, but Arsenal could open up a 12-point lead before City play next. That's as simple as that. As simple as that. So even if City are purring and they're looking different, for me, took too damn long to get to this point. Took too damn long to get to this point.
They've left too much.
Because
they've left themselves too much to do.
The additions that were made in January, the run needed to start earlier, man. It needed to start earlier. They're coming to Stamford Bridge on Sunday. I don't know what's going to happen, but they could be 12 points behind. That is it. Psychologically, that is crazy. Regardless of the games in hand, regardless.
It's not crazy. Anyone else is crazy. For us, it's not crazy because we know what we've got to do.
You've done this to me too many times. How many times you sold us this dream? How many times you selling this dream to this chat? And then they look at them and getting excited.
How many times have I sold you this dream in the season?
This dream to this chat again, man.
You've told me to be quiet.
I'm not going to lie.
Bro, none of these games in the last 2 weeks.
I'm not going to lie.
You keep selling dreams.
Can I say this?
If you're 3 points away.
Can I say this?
Dreams in this chat.
Can I say this? I actually think because I was looking at your remaining fixtures, your remaining set of fixtures with a friend of mine, and I actually believe you can win all those games. I think with the players that you've got back fit, no Champions League, I believe you can win all those games. But the problem is, wait. The problem is, even if you win,
he's checking out City's games.
You got a relegation bar, bro. Where's your games, bro?
Bro, I was on a show. I was on a football podcast, man. Relax, chill. I didn't realize because you're fighting relegation, you can't look at other fixtures. Right. But the point I'm making is, even if you win all those games, even if you're perfect, it feels like there's still too much. They have to drop too many points. That's the problem. As poor as they're playing now,
here's a
they
scenario
have to drop too many points.
Here's a scenario for you. If Manchester City take it to 3 points, right? Say that happens, yeah? And there's 4 or 5 games to go, and Man City are on their tail with 3 points. You think that this Arsenal team is going to be able to hold its nerve in for the 4 games and get over the line the way it's going now? With this City team on the net.
I need you to get there, though. That's the problem.
That's from my point of view. That's my best case scenario. You know, when I said at the beginning of the season, we know where we need to be. We need to be on their neck with 3 things. That's where we need to be.
Toby, why did you just say you think they can win all their games? They're not winning all their games, Toby.
They can. They can.
You keep saying they can. We saw them just a few weeks ago dropping points at home to Nottingham Forest. I don't care about the fixtures. I don't need to look at the fixtures. Every game in this Premier League is difficult.
We saw Arsenal drop points to Wolves. We've seen City drop points to Nottingham Forest, and then even to, was it Brighton, who have nothing to play for? They are not winning all their games.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Season.
I said they can.
Season.
I said they can.
Maybe
not.
What does that even mean? What does that
We don't
mean?
even need to-
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Matisse, for the brand, for the brand, for the brand.
You were gonna book Hawaii. Book it, bro. Don't let
Matisse,
Steve
don't worry
drag
about
you
me.
back in, bro.
Don't worry about
Don't
me,
let
trust
Steve
me.
do this, bro.
With-
Don't let
as
him
I said,
drag. He's reading
with
you
or
back
without
in.
Arsenal winning the league.
He's
I'm
reading
going
you back
good.
in.
Don't worry about me.
Robbie's been
Don't
real
worry
You're
about
good.
going to concerts. You
I'm
put
not reeled in
concert
for
tickets
shit.
for a
Don't worry.
reason, bro. You're going to concerts, bro. Just don't let him do this because your blood pressure, bro. Don't let him do this.
Bro,
to
my
you.
blood,
Don't let him do
my
this
blood
to you, bro.
pressure is going to be fine. Trust me. I'm patterned. I've got my plans in June and July. Hell, I got my plans in May. You already know. Don't worry about me. Yeah, whatever happens there, I'm enjoying. But I'm just looking at it, taking a step back.
You know why I don't believe they're gonna do it?
The overarching point I'm making is Man City can be perfect, and it's still not going to be enough.
Do you know why? Do you know why I can't? You know why? Let me give you a reason because the chat are bugging. If Phil Foden was contributing in the way that Steve has always said he would every season, they've won Premier League titles, and Phil Foden is just on levels right now, then I would believe. But because Phil Foden is not really involved, and it's Semenyo getting goals and assists against Liverpool, it just doesn't feel right to me, Steve. It doesn't feel right to me, Steve. Phil Foden is not contributing. How can City win the league when Phil Foden is not at the front and center, playing in that 10, just doing what he does? How can it be possible?
You think
that Semenyo is getting City to a Premier League title? There's no way.
If I wouldn't have heard you say this on the mob, you might have dragged me into a row right now because I hear you say it. Yeah, I know what's coming in it, so I'm leaving you to it. You crack on with that. You crack on with that. I'm just off to polish the Carabao Cup.
Yeah. I mean, the thing
Are you
is,
gonna
I
get
don't know
some
why you're
super
looking
chats
too
or
far.
what?
Yeah.
Think about the brand though, Matisse, man. No, we got a few mobs left this season. A good chunk of viewers.
Listen,
Weird.
I'm hoping I'm jinxing it. That's what I'm here for. I'm trying to pull off the biggest jinx of all time. But like I said, I need that gap to close much quicker than it's closing before I get roped back into this, man. I'm sorry.
It's a win-win for you anyway on Sunday if you lose to to Man City and if you win, so it's a win-win.
It's not a win-win because I don't think they're gonna catch them, and I need 3 points. So if I lose and they still don't win the league, I've got nothing out of this. So it's not a win-win.
Sacrifice, innit?
What would have been a win-win is to actually beat Arsenal the 2 times we played them and take points off them and give points to ourselves. We didn't do that. That's the win-win. We didn't do it.
But now the situation is now. So what are you doing?
Yeah, the situation for me is not revived. I'm not buying all this, but
yeah,
I'm happy to play along if it keeps everybody's hopes and dreams alive. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
Okay.
Robes, when you was going through City's fixtures, yeah, and you predicted three points for every game, did you look at Arsenal's fixtures? What did you look at comparatively? Where have you got them finishing?
I didn't look at Arsenal's fixtures, but my overarching point, as I've said,
okay, case closed.
Yeah, but my overarching point, okay, am I going to get interrupted or am I going to be allowed to land? My overarching point was I don't
all
believe
of a sudden the big six interrupting an issue.
Touchy.
I don't believe
like this.
You're fine. Forget it. Don't worry. I can't be asked. No. Continue, man. I can't be asked. If I'm gonna get interrupted, it's whatever, bro.
You're on the wrong show, brother.
All I said is one thing. I said I think Man City can win all those games, but it's not going to be enough because they've left themselves too much to do. I don't see Arsenal dropping like 9 points or something like that in the next how many games? I don't see it. I just don't.
Should I do super chats?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot to get through.
We've got a lot for sure. All right, cool. We start with Neil. So I'm going to scroll right to the top and get them in order of when they've come in. So Neil says, the only quad Arsenal are winning is finishing second 4 years in a row. And if that happens, I'm finished. I am absolutely finished. Noah says, hold Turkish and Unk. Arsenal recalling 10 plus players just to lose to Southampton, and people's GOAT centre-back Van Dijk saying they gave up in a quarter-final. Disgraceful. Chris says, big up, not even Easter could save Jesus. All that quad talk and not having won a Champions League is crazy. Vert's case scenario for Liverpool 2 with City tying with them. Rico says, if Arteta wins the league, I still want his lame ass gone. All of these men leave international duties early only to lose to Southampton.
save the Liverpool ones and everything else for that topic. Jake says, big up to you, man. Arsenal deserve to get cooked, but majority of sane Arsenal fans are focused on the Prem. Quad talk was not our idea. It was the media and many of you haters. So chill out, SAEED. Kiefer says, as a player, would you rather have the accolades of Bernardo at City, 9 years, 19 trophies, 6 Premier Leagues, 175 goals and assists, or Salah, 9 years, 9 trophies, 2 Premier Leagues, but 370 goals and assists? Is GA the reason why Salah will be remembered as a greater Premier League player than Silva? No, because it depends how much of a driver you are in the team as well. And that's not disrespecting Bernardo's input to those trophies, but Salah's input to Liverpool's trophies, he was a driver, or at least, you know, he was there or thereabouts. You could say Mane too, in a couple seasons, but that's also an indicator. But I mean, anyone answering this? Which career?
That's true though. Is that 175 GA? He actually got that. Bernardo Silva. That's very good, you know.
It is very good.
It's very good. I can't lie. I didn't know he had that, man.
He's a very, very, very underrated player, isn't it? But like I say, Mo Salah's done. Mo Salah's Mo Salah at the end of that. That's all I'm going to say. But Bernardo Silva needs his flowers. I do think there's a little this bit where people don't give certain City players flowers, but Bernardo will get his flowers at the end of the season. But Mo Salah's Mo Salah.
Cool. Let me see. The governor says, big fan Turkish, but you said on Loose Cannons you're Arteta out even if we win the league. I'm sorry you ain't seen us win a major trophy post-puberty. We stay humble. You don't know what it feels like. You're not used to winning like that. What?
1 second. Read that again.
What for?
I mean, it was very clear the way he read it the first time.
I should read that again.
I mean, I'm just thinking, like, what? So what do you don't disagree
Brother,
with?
You're younger than man, and you're saying we stay humble and have the cheek. Fall back, little man, and just respect the elders in this situation, because we are the ones that have seen Arsenal at the top. We are the ones that seen us in a position why you came out of your dad's balls supporting Arsenal because of what fans like me have seen. So you stay humble, shut your mouth, and let us do what we need to do.
I understand.
How do we know he's young, though? How do we know he's young?
Because he must be, because the way he said we stay humble. I don't know.
The governor.
I don't know. And if he is old school, then it's even more embarrassing.
Yeah, I was going to say.
For 21 years without a trophy, and you're going to tell me Arsenal should be cool with that and stay humble.
Stay humble, eh?
And even the stay humble thing, I don't even know what that is in context. I mean, whatever.
You understand? Look at
you can't win.
Elephant says, you would think the Premier League table has changed. Newsflash, Steve, it's been the same for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but things have changed, mate.
Aero says, usually I rate the Premier League as the pinnacle. However, I'm judging Arteta on if we win the Champions League. The league should be a given due to the competition. Almost like Jorginho and Ballon d'Or. If we limp to a league only, I see a slot 2.0 defense of it. Got some Chelsea ones there. Stringer Bellens says, Big Steve Cookins are all the same. Don't you get bored? You've said the same thing for 3 weeks now. Let's talk about the game. I hope we did that in the end.
Listen, there's a reason why I'm on the show and you're sending $6.99 super chats. So pipe down, yeah, your little bell end, and realise there's levels to this. If you want to come on and try and cook me or want to tell me what to say, come in the calling show, but you won't. Because you've got no balls, tiny little balls.
No balls, you got no balls.
So next time, send the $16.99 one.
On this subject as well, Dennis says, told Matisse, SAEED, Steve, Grizz lose games. They stay quiet and wait till the cook session ends. Turkish interrupts the flex, gets rattled. I sat here for years getting cooked and watching my team get cooked without saying a word, and people used to get onto me for that. And now you're saying I interrupt. We're in a title race, brother. It's different circumstances. So what's man really on? I don't really understand. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's mad.
You don't just roll over now. It's mad. Khabib versus Conor Presser. Eros. Me and Steve were going at it. Let me get this one in. Benles says, Steve talking about Arsenal's arse fell off like we didn't drop points against West Ham and Forest and knocked out by the worst Madrid team and are still second, by the way. Nothing's changed from us. That's from a City fan. Big up Benles. Ryan says, nah, how's Big Steve rattled and Arsenal lost? You'd think City lost this weekend the way you're going on, Steve. You're rattled, Steve, man. Big up, man. James says, Turkish pressing Steve like prime Kante elite performance. Marcos says, Haaland hasn't played well for 4 months, yet has 36 goals, 8 assists in 48 games. Safe, bro. More goals and assists than Gyökeres and Ekitike and Sesko combined for club and international. That's why the Haaland stuff is so weird to criticize him. When his numbers are so mad, but yeah.
Imagine when your own fans are doing it. Mental.
I mean, yeah, give us a striker that scores 36 goals a season, and I don't think you'd hear that over this side either. But maybe we'll find out.
He's got 46 goals in 50 games for club and country this season. 46 in 50, and people were saying he don't do now. He's a lamppost.
Crazy. Winnie says, nah, this is diabolical Turking. Just shut it and take your cooking. Is that how it works? I didn't know. Is that just how it works for Arsenal? Turkish, would you want Arteta to stay next season if he wins the Champions League but bottles the league? No. Actually, it's mad to say that. We've never won the Champions League. You've never won it, but the league has to be wrapped up. The position we're in now, the league has to be wrapped up.
That is a question, though.
Because I think if you bottle, and it will be the biggest bottle. I don't care about maths and all that context. It would be if we bottle it from here. Because look, the whole mentality issue remains. Even if we go over the line in the Champions League, I don't think it completely eliminates the whole mentality of, hold on, you bottled another league. It will be masked over with the Champions League, and rightfully so. We've never won it. It's massive. But we have to see out this league. The league shows who's the best.
I think a lot of us on this panel would rather Arsenal win the league than the Champions League.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you lot would, yeah.
That's the
one thing that people use, and I get that. That's why people, yeah.
Let me leave with something. You know what I mean?
A lot of people would say Champions League, but I don't think from this position. From this position, you've got to see off the league, or it's embarrassing.
Yeah, you've got to, because then it'll.
But then, I'm just thinking with the Champions League though.
Did any? What did you do after your 2 Champions Leagues, Matisse?
Probably screamed. Why?
No. After it, in terms of like the following season, like
we didn't win the league. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So those Champions League wins masked a poor season in the league. It would mask an embarrassing bottle from us in the league.
That's what I was going to say, man. I'm not going to lie.
But the Champions League is not for logic. The Champions League is for dreams. It's just for dreams, and it's just for tears. And
but it's
life changing, bro. It's life changing, bro. Yeah, it's life changing. It's the best blanket. If I could get that blanket every year, I would genuinely just keep the league.
Fell back on that Champions League comfort blanket. No one can say shit, mate. Bro. But if you bottled the league and didn't win, you bottled the league and didn't win nothing. It's going to be the worst time you've ever had in your whole life, ever.
No one's chatting to you if you win the Champions League. That's what I'm saying. Like,
we finished second at one point, and then won the Champions League that summer, and then won the league the following. So it was the perfect tonic boost for us.
That's different, though. Different circumstance.
I hear that.
Yeah, they were challenging all the time when they won it. But bro, I'll take that blanket every time. I'll tell you, that's the one trophy that cures everything for me. Yeah, in terms of anything that happened that season, as long as you didn't get relegated, you could do whatever the fuck you want if you win that trophy.
Champions.
I hear it. It's just that the league is a better indicator of where you're potentially going, right? So, and Arteta's record in April, worst month on record for Arteta. He has to change that. We have to change that, right? We have to change that. And if we change that, we wrap the league up.
Or you could just become the worst champions we've seen since this season, Liverpool, which would be nice too.
Yeah.
It's last season, Liverpool. And before that, would it be Chelsea?
Yeah.
Because the post-mortem, no one really says the worst Champions League winners, but everyone says the worst Premier League winners. And there's a whole discourse following season.
You haven't heard me say Chelsea worst Champions League winners multiple times on this show.
No, but like, I don't know, man. I don't say that personally.
We don't care.
Premier League though, it sticks with you, man.
Yeah, come on. Sergey says, man, them are reaching. No serious fan outside the Reddit X claimed would win a treble. We want the league, that's it. Not that's it. We want the league, the main thing, but we would have taken everything else with it. Football hate and analysis. We are first.
The new one. Hate analysis.
There was a lot of bullshit. I come on here the other week and said I was driving to work and Talk Sport was saying Arsenal were going to win the quad. I know Talk Sport, and they've got to drum it up, but there was a certain section that got carried away with it. There's been certain man, and SAEED knows who I'm talking about, who's went straight to X and deleted all his quadruple tweets because he knows the receipts were there. So it is a bit of that, but at the end of the day,
blame them. You're right to do that. No,
yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Also, it wasn't shut down as well. It wasn't shut down by anyone. You know what I mean? Nobody said like we're not going to win the shit. We're not. You know what I mean? So if it's not shut down, then it's open for discussion, right?
I think going back to what I said before, when you're seeing the draw, Carabao Cup final against City, not playing well, City, Southampton, right side of the draw, you're thinking to yourself, fucking hell, man, this is looking like this is on here. Do you know what I mean? And this is how fast things can change. I told you, I've had my heart broken many a time when I've looked at the Champions League draw and thought, we're going to piss it. Leon.
It was GRIZZ that was yapping about the quad a couple
I was going to say that, but he's
very
quiet,
and
man.
I told him shush because they haven't even won the cup final yet. And then 2 weeks later, here we are. Yeah, the GRIZZ.
He said it's mind games. He said it's mind games, apparently. So.
Keep doing that shit.
the year they're meant to defend their title, he's shaking hands, fifth in the league, struggling to get Champions League. Fucking hell. Big dogs have fallen. Big dogs, man. Triple O says, no coincidence.
Was a crumbler.
Definitely a crumbler. No coincidence the one good player on the pitch is the one that hadn't spent as much time with Arteta to have his creativity extinguished by him. Yes. I was at the game. Big up Raj. A 16-year-old was our best player by a country mile, and that's a damning verdict on the rest of the attacking talent on big money. It is. We've got a clean out to do in attack. That's the crazy thing. We're on the verge of our first league title since 2004, and most of the attack, none of us are really. There isn't a connection there. You know, it's crazy. Just Watford says Arsenal will do it, but Pep will definitely feel he threw away the league. Why he was keeping Shirky at the side, Semenyo in the 10, etc., I don't know. He's finding his feet. Blue Moon says, is Ryan Shirky the best signing this season? Easy 4-0 Turkish. Blue Moon, you should know better. You should know better, my brother.
I say, bro, you
really should know better, my brother.
You're not even a kid or a troll. You're an adult. You should know.
You're watching the show for how long, man? Interesting. Ado says, Turkish on the watch along said, and I quote, Arsenal will be in the FA Cup final. Well, what do you want to do? Shoot me. You're going to fucking shoot me. This guy's coming to just, am I in court? Are you coming to give evidence? I don't understand. We will beat the Southampton team, nothing but fish food. SAEED, the 5-star Michelin chef cooking of troops today. Turkish, all the crumbling started after you bought the I Told Man merch. Gone too early. No, because I told man we ain't seeing second again. And we're not seeing second again, brother. So don't worry about that merch. I might even get it customized. That's what I might do. Big up Rants in the chat as well. AB says, oh dear God, Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard, White, Havertz, and Kepa all need to go this summer. Also, Dowman was sensational. He has to start tomorrow. And this is a shame because the pressure should never be on a 16-year-old, especially after 21 years of not winning any major. I'm with you. If we're talking talent and excitement, of course, Dowman should start. But should he start?
Should Wanyeri not be the next one?
If Arteta did his job properly, should he start? Like let's use Foden in a different way, for example. Like all those years, Pep slowly brought Foden through the questions. Well, should he start more? No, Pep did what he had to do to build him up to that player of the year mantle and whatnot. Whereas 16 years old, in the season we were meant to do it, favourites for a couple competitions. We're now in April, and admittedly, Dowman is the player we all want to see start. It's not right, and it can bite us.
I think he's just. I said it the other show. I think he's a secret weapon, and used right, like that game. I think it was Everton game. He brought him on. He just provided that spark. He got the win. I think that's how he needs to be used. We all know he's going to be a fantastic player. We don't want to see him burn out, or we don't want to see him getting blames because certain sections of the media and shit like that in this country are terrible when it comes to kids like that. They will throw mad shit at him, and all of a sudden, I get why he's being protected. He's got to be protected. You know, even from an England point of view, the kid looks unbelievable. And like you say, he's going to be sensational. He's just going to be an unbelievable player. But at the minute, you know, it's not the time. Arsenal's squad is good enough to win this league without relying on Max Dowman. Max Dowman is that little bit of stardust that you need if it's not quite going to plan late on in the game. You throw the gamble with him. As in for starting and that, not yet. Not yet.
That position is on Saka's shoulders, and after Saka, Madueke's shoulders. That is it. You cannot put it on Dowman's shoulders. You bring him off the bench if them men are struggling and their backs breaking on that pitch, like it has been, you know, many a game this season. But it's on them too, and that needs to continue. Match says, in case it hasn't been done or needs a re-up, starting with Matisse going anti-clockwise, which is your favourite UEFA Cup winning goal, justice for Tobes. Match. Sorry, I should have saved this, but it's going to have to go now because I can't. Someone remember this question.
UEFA Cup.
Yeah, even the question is, I don't know. Ryan says, Tex, can't lie, fuming. It isn't the word to describe how I felt on Saturday night versus Southampton. I'm now at the point where even if Arsenal win the league, Arteta needs to leave. Sporting a must-win tomorrow. Indeed. Anurag says, don't fight, please. But bad people don't you know we're friends, brothers? Don't you know we're friends, for God's sake?
Come on, man. Yo.
Man said, don't fight.
They've never been out for dinner with us. They've never been out for dinner with us. This is constant on the dinner table.
Steve, remember that argument with me and you in South Africa at that Turkish restaurant? If they was there for that, they'd think big is over.
And me and Toby in the kitchen.
Yeah,
that went on for like half an hour. That was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And me and Grizz, remember me and Grizz about the European Cup Liverpool? He should only count 2.
Yeah.
Remember that? No, listen, it's mad, man. People are mad, man. People are mad.
Come on, man. Steve, respect, but what Turkish said about Arsenal is 100% accurate for majority of our fans. Please don't generalize us. We are shit, but we are first. And next season, if this goes, fuck Arteta, but get over the line. Big up Anurag. LFC says, Turkish, if Arsenal win the league, but somehow Enrique is available, would you sack Arteta? If Arteta wins the league, it's Arteta's decision at that point. But I do feel like there is a decision there. You know, is it the end of a cycle that we've pulled out a league title from, or is it the beginning of a cycle? I think that's a very relevant question at this stage, even though we're about to get over the line. So if Enrique is available, and Enrique leads us out next year, of course, who wouldn't want that? But at this stage, let us get over the line first and then discuss. Because if he gets over the line, it's not a sacking. It's his decision. That's that, you know, at the end of the day.
For anyone who knows F1, Mikel Arteta is Nico Rosberg. That is what he is.
I don't know what that
is. Isn't Rosberg Mercedes?
Mercedes? Yeah, that's what he is. That's what he is. It's for the niche part of our audience. Don't worry about it, man. You man don't know. Don't worry about that.
I haven't got a clue. All I know is you didn't say he's Michael Schumacher, and that's all I know about F1. So it mustn't be that good. Devan says, this robotic and system-based playing style where it seems nice to see everyone work hard, but the attack is so stale. Transition is so slow. I know for a fact if we go 2-0 down to any team, we can't make a comeback. That's part of the story, man. He didn't build on what he built, which was a solid unit defensively and a well-oiled midfield. Midfield needed more, but the attack needed everything, and that's where he struggled, and that's why defensively we're being caught out now, because teams are looking at our attack and giggling because there's nothing really there. Turk chatting shit. Rice has character. Eze does. Yokoro. Look at the players you're mentioning. You don't know the character I mean. You're asking for bad characters. No, I'm not asking for bad characters, bro. I'm not going to answer this one because you can't be. If you don't know the characters I'm talking about that we need on that pitch, and I'd say Rice is one actually, but Eze and Gyökeres are not. That is for sure. Keep your emotions in check. You're lashing out. Stop crying. Understand the characters needed, my brother. Arteta has showed his man and squad management in title run-ins plus cup games has been bad for 3 years now, failing to get us over the line. And Abdullah says, stop defending mediocre. We can only win this league if we sack Arteta tonight. And I said, well, what about if it was tomorrow morning? Or it's afternoon? Could we still win the league then? Or what about Thursday, 1:35 p.m.? Could we win the league then? this is very silly. Who sacks a manager 7 games away, 9 points ahead, regardless of how we're feeling now, brother?
It'd be
And
so
you spent $15 on this. That's why I'm giving you a decent response. But yeah,
How does that make sense? What the brothers
It would be
asking?
unprecedented.
What do you mean unprecedented? It's like, what the fuck?
Real Madrid haven't even done that, bro, and they do a mad thing with their manager. Xavi says, Turkish, I asked you for parade dates a month back on the mob because I needed my travel sorted from Toronto, brother. Yeah, be easy. I guess I'll have to live on the edge. You most certainly will. Triple O says the meltdown and division during Wenger out will pale in comparison to what will happen if we end up trophyless. It will take years to rebuild that trust. Rishabh says, love for the love. Excited to see you all in the 6 this summer. Come on, the 6 in the 6. I'm telling you, Turkish, not winning the Prem and having Arteta sacked will be better than him winning and take. Nah, brother.
That's mad.
And I'll see you in Toronto and I'll say the same thing to you, but you think I've waited 21 years to say 7 games off it? It might be better if we don't win this one. Bro, are you all right, bro?
That's worse than the last
don't
one.
bring me no packs of what you're on at in Toronto. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to legal vendor. No one bring me anything out there.
Your fan base is insane. I'm sorry.
They're in disarray.
Complete disarray. No, I'm sorry. There's no other fan base like it in any sport, in any country, in any sport. It's not possible.
Big up my bro Turkish. Love how you handled that. Calm down, everyone. We'll be fine. I just want to apologize in advance for the pain you boys are going to feel at the end of the season. Even you, SAEED. Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to be good. City are not winning the league, so I'm calm.
You're not going to be that good. You're better. It's not Liverpool or City, so you'll feel better. On the era talk, I'm curious what a title win could do to this team. If it's more of the same, then it's simple. Thank you, Arteta, but we move on. Yeah, I agree. Oh, the governor. Not learnt your lesson. Wrap up tomorrow. Stay humble, as Steve says. A draw is a great result. We're not playing well. Can't expect to slap anyone up. Bro, are you listening to the show? I was asked about Sporting, and I said, I don't think we win it. I think a draw is and you've come to say wrap up tomorrow. You're misquoting me and going mad about it.
He's just getting
It makes no sense. He says we want to, we tried to wrap it up, but he says no, it's not going to be like that.
Yeah, I said I agree with Steve. Try wrap it up tomorrow and make next week's game. But I said I don't think we will.
Why are you learning your lesson, bro?
Yeah, man.
I'm sitting on the fence again, man. Where's that fence, man? That done well for a few years, man. Hassan says, Turkish, please talk about Odegaard waiting for Max to overlap before passing. Odegaard will have another chance. Trust me on that. The Real Wise says there are some genuine P words in this team and they know themselves. Jesus, Martinelli and Kai prime suspects and Madueke is just average. 100. Masum, cheeky. I don't think this was your comment, but it banged. Petition to make Jesus the 4th member of the Losers Cannons. Jogger Finito. I can't lie. I wish I thought a Jogger Finito. Mid-rant. That would have gone off.
Jogger Finito.
Abdullah adds, I think Steve is right. For me, is 3 points difference between us and City, and our manager could do stubborn and stupid things. He could. And we'll talk about it then, and we'll deal with it then, if so. I've also pre-ordered shark fin soup. Do you like my new profile pic, Stevie boy?
Nah, that's crazy. With the shark.
Terrible.
Big up Albo. Big up the panel. Fonzie, the only team that will stop us winning the league is ourselves. We need to get over the line. We must. Agree. Triple O says we need to start looking at it as 6 points. I do, not 9. We need to treat the gap like City already won their game in hand. Otherwise, complacency sets in. I do, brother. Look at it, the worst case scenario, and in my opinion, that's the best way. Arsenal bottled the Premier League. Explosion bantering. Don't know what you're on there. But in this climate, those words, yeah, I had to double check. Live in Southampton, says English Idiot. Work is going to be hell now, no matter what Arsenal do this season. Before you judge, my great-granddad was in Gunners Regiment in World War II. Before you judge.
I think he lives in Southampton, Arsenal fan.
Oh, yeah, and he's a big supporter of the show as well. He's always about it. He's a member as well, so big up. Love always, my bro. Jeff says, describe the panel members clockwise to you as a world-class player. Any era, big up the panel, big up the Big Six community. That's a good question. You know, I can actually save that one. Where are we? Man City. to be okay. Now I'm going to save this one because it's on O'Reilly and that's more game related. Spurs. Rosberg jammied the title against Hamilton after 5 years and retired straight after. Now I understand the comparison. Big up. AB says, big up and salute. What other club do each of you think your current managers? Another loaded question. I'll save that. And Rishab adds, I'm a Chelsea fan, by the way. Okay. But trying to look out for our little boys, Arsenal and their fans. But you know, when we win it, there's new little boys in London. There's new little boys in London. Jokes aside, excited to see you in the 6. And Matisse, hopefully our directors are sacked by then.
God willing.
There you have it. That's all the super chats I have. If I've missed any, I'll go through them and try to catch them up. But everything else is on other subjects. So yeah, we move. I mean, I say we move, Saeed. There's still Steve on the mic, and GRIZZ comes into play because let's not ask about Martinelli. Let's ask about Van Dijk and O'Reilly and why he's costing you the game 30 minutes in when you're playing the better side. How much is he on again?
You're not hosting tonight, yes, so shut up now. You've done your
how much is he on again? What that new contract?
Can you host the show, say please? Turkish Joe.
I am hosting the show. I'm just letting him do what he needs to do.
Go and have a break, Turkish. Go and have a break.
There's no breaks, man. There's no breaks, man. I'm gonna let Steve talk about the game first.
Steve, this is a great show for Steve. He starts with cooking Arsenal, and then
I know
this segment is cooking Liverpool. Like, what kind of a life?
Yeah, bro. This is what you do, man, isn't it? When you're winning games, I suppose, isn't it?
I think it could be his best one of the season in terms of could not be sitting in a better seat. Because we all know how much stuff GRIZZ said about City all this season.
Yeah, I know. So
he knows what he said.
Steve.
He knows what he said, and I've got to say it. I feel like GRIZZ he gets special treatment on this show. I feel like THUGGEry doesn't do him any justice. I feel like he plays this sympathy card. I thought he was going to be wrapped up in a blanket with his homeless hat on today, with a GoFundMe page, because I thought every time he does that, everyone sort of feels sorry for him and that, and like, oh, it's GRIZZ. But we forget that last season, these were the champions. This was all about the heritage. We were running away with it. It was going to be this great team. They're going to sign Isak in the summer, 500 million. They're going to step on. Manchester City were finished. Pep Guardiola was finished. I don't see Man City ever coming back from this. I don't think they'll ever be the same. And then it's all gone Pete Tong because we've played them 3 times this season. We've beaten 3 times this season. They came to the Etihad. Arne Slot with his pre-conference. We've got 9,000 fans. I think we're going to out-sing them and all that. That lit a fire under everyone's ass. We thought, okay, bring it, we'll have it. And they got slapped. Do you know what I mean? It was a mad game because I thought Liverpool started well. I thought first 25, 30 minutes, they had the chances. TK, whatever he's called. TK, I thought. But he just huffed and puffed a little bit. You can tell he's a good player, but he wasn't there. I thought Florian Wirtz, I've given him a lot of shit. I thought he was picking the ball up in dangerous positions, driving with it. I thought he was okay. But then City just calmed down, a bit like the Arsenal in the cup final, sort of got the positioning right, knew where they needed to be. I thought that the penalty before the penalty was a pen. I thought Cherky going down in the box. I thought that was a pen. Unbelievable how that's not given. And then obviously we get the penalty. O'Reilly, rolls Van Dijk there. Stupid. Brings him down. We score. And then it's the Ray and Cherky show. You know what I mean? Cherky, when he's in this form, I've said it, you've got to play Ryan Cherky to get the best out of everyone else. You've got to get him in the team. You've got to give him rhythm. Some games, you're not going to get him at that speed. But at the minute, he's playing so good. You know what I mean? He's like a kid enjoying football. His little back heels, flicks, turns. He does that little ball down the line to Semenyo. Semenyo whips it in first time. Bang, Haaland hits it. It's 2-0. Semenyo did exactly the same against Arsenal last week in the cup final. He hit one first time and Haaland just missed it running in on the other. Semenyo is getting better, by the way. I've been critical of him. I've said his first touch and his positioning wasn't all there. Pep's put him out on the right. One thing I do like about him is he don't fuck about with it like Jeremy does on the other side. He'll take a touch past the fullback and he'll whip it in. And that's what Haaland needs. He needs that. But what we also need is Doku getting in at the back post, because if Haaland misses it, there's opportunities there, So Semenyo was good. But I thought City were very, very good. I thought the cup final, performance has spurred everyone on. I thought the atmosphere was brilliant, and I thought City played well. Kusanov, you know, Mo Salah with it when the bounce did him and Mo Salah was in, I thought he's going to score, and I thought he dragged it wide. It was only later on Match of the Day when I watched it that Kusanov got up and got his foot to it. I mean, Mo Salah, definitely right time to leave. Nowhere near what he was even last season. Looks well off the pace, well out of it. It's a shame. It's a shame. I don't like to see him like that, but it's happened before. Grizz has seen it. Fabinho dropped off a cliff. Joel Matip dropped off a cliff. I've seen it with Yaya Toure. He dropped off a cliff like that. And it's sad. It just happens. You know, some people have a natural decline and some people just drop. And he dropped. But City's got it right. This 4-2-4 sort of formation, forcing Liverpool to play long, you know, played into our hands. There was never a play of ball from Liverpool where they put about 6 or 7 passes together in that second half because City just won the ball back. And like you're saying, in the end, you know, Mo misses the penalty, fair play to Trafford in net. And City could have won it 5 or 6 near the end there, you know what I mean? But Liverpool, for the champions, the City fans were singing, "You're the worst champions we've ever seen." Do you know what I mean? It's gone terribly wrong there. And for me, I can't see Arne Slot lasting the summer. There's a big, you know, Xavi Alonso-shaped shadow behind him at the minute. And the Liverpool fans were singing Alonso's name coming out the ground. I just feel like he did a good job making Jurgen Klopp's team less gung-ho, more pragmatic, and he won the league. When it's come to him adding his stamp and signing players and trying to do it the Slot way, I don't think it works. I just don't think it does. I think Frimpong was a player that's, yeah, okay. You know, Florian Wirtz in our team, I think would be magic. You know what I mean? But at Liverpool, it's just something's just not quite right. And I just think Slot's lost it. The fans didn't seem happy. The players didn't seem happy. You know, Szoboszlai was telling the fans to clap him off and that. The fans were going mad. That wasn't happening. Van Dijk just seems to blame everybody else but him. You know what I mean? Just seems to say it's everyone else's fault but him. How long is it before he starts getting? How long is it before he starts getting questioned? Konate's not a player I rate. I've said that a long time ago. I don't rate him, but City deserved it. You know what I mean? Nico O'Reilly, unbelievable. Kusanov, you know, great player. But Ryan Cherky's got to have that special mention. And the lamppost. You know what I mean? You've got when players are out of form. If they're tired, drop them. If they're out of genuine form, you don't drop them. You've got to play them. You've got to get the rhythm of the players around him to start getting up to speed. If Erling Haaland started the season and he didn't score goals, there's a problem, and he's well out of form, I understand it. But the guy was scoring goals. He just went through a patch. And then this is what happens. He pops up, scores a hat-trick. But I say to you before, do not expect Erling Haaland to be having 20, 30 touches per half. That's not going to happen. He's just going to touch it when it matters. And like you say, there's many a player on that pitch were better than Erling, but Erling was efficient. He put the ball in the net. He stepped up when it matters, and that's all he needs to do. But at the minute, City are playing well. There's the feel-good factors there. The fans are doing their job. The players are doing their job. And like you say, we've got a tough ask in the league. We've got to win every single game and take it to the wire. But Liverpool, Grizz, you know, you're a well-known jinx on this panel. Every result you say goes the opposite way, and your prediction of Manchester City being finished when the reality is you're fucking finished, it's just really just sums your luck up. So at the end of the day, I don't need to say anything else, but Liverpool have got a fight on their hands to get in Champions League, in my opinion. I don't see it ending well for them this season.
Before we go to Liverpool, though, I just think, do you not feel like you've pissed off in a sense that you could have done this a while ago? Guardiola could have done this a while ago and he chose not to. I mean, I'm looking at the West Ham game. If you play like that, you win that game. And you didn't play like that. You bought Turkey on late.
I'm looking at United, Rico Lewis, Max Lane. You know, I'm looking at Ryan Cherky on the bench. I'm looking at Semenyo in the 10. I'm looking at mad shit. Like, I'm looking at mad shit. But we know that we're going to get that with Pep. And what's happened is, don't forget the treble season. We were terrible. We beat Arsenal at the Emirates, then we went and drew 1-1 at Nottingham Forest. We were terrible. And I always remember driving home thinking, we're not consistent enough to do it. And he changed to 4 centre-backs and we won the treble. And then the Super Cup and the World Club Cup. He seems to have found a little system now where, you know, everyone seems to know the job. We look dangerous. The attack's looking fluid. Doku, Semenyo, Haaland's looking lively. Bernardo with the energy. Rodri's back to his best in the middle of the park. But with Cherky now, them two are doing the donkey work. They're letting Cherky play. And it's looking good. And the back four, you know, O'Reilly's gone back in at left back. Ait Naori didn't do anything wrong. He's just changed it. And then, you know, you got to think there's a big dilemma coming up with James Trafford and Donnarumma. Because James Trafford came in early in the season. He wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready for it.
He looks like he's ready for it now, though.
No, but now he's had 8 months at City. Donnarumma's come in, probably made him a better player, fire up his ass. And every time Trafford's come in, his distribution's got better. His shot stopping's elite. Yeah. He's looking like a goalkeeper now. Donnarumma, we love him. You know what I mean? And he's going to play. But I think end of the season, they've got a dilemma. They either sell James Trafford because he's going to be number 1 somewhere, or Donnarumma might go and Trafford might be the one.
Nah, no chance. It's going to be Trafford.
Donnarumma ain't going nowhere. It's definitely
going nowhere, man. You just... Yeah.
It's just Donnarumma's agent already talking about Italy and that.
What? Nah.
What? Yeah, Google it. The other week, his agent come out talking about Italy and that. You know, saying
he needs to stay away from Italy, man. You see what the bad omen over there in Italy. He needs to stay away from over there, bro.
There's no Italian club that's matching his ambitions right now.
Well, there's a lot of City fans, especially. I did my reaction before, and I said about the Trafford thing. There's a lot of City fans who will say, you know, we like Trafford. Trafford's been brilliant since he come in. Brilliant. Yeah. But early in the season, he wasn't ready for it. He didn't want the ball at his feet. Now you look at him now, he's zipping it in. You know, he looks confident. He's played in 2 big games in 2 weeks. He's played in a cup final, clean sheet. He's played against Liverpool, clean sheet, saved a penalty. So I'm just saying, I prefer Donnarumma at the minute. I do. I'd still stick with Donnarumma, but I think pre-season...
It's easy to forget, though, Steve. The games against Sunderland, the games where he's basically kept you in games, man, Donnarumma.
No, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is there's a dilemma because... You're gonna do you get rid of a young goalkeeper who's going to be top of it? Because I think he'll be England number 1 in a couple of years. 18 months, Trafford will be number 1. Or do you stick with Donnarumma and just see it out? But Donnarumma's volatile, isn't it? Any time he could spit the dummy out and say, "I'm fucking leaving." You know what I mean? He's done it before. He's done it at AC. He's done it at Paris. I'm just saying, in the summer, watch out for that scenario because I don't know how that's going to go. You know. But as far as City concerned, 4-0 Liverpool, 3 times this season, 3 wins. City deserved it, and like you say, we're on to the semis. It's Southampton. We've got a good draw because unlike Arsenal, we've had the Premier League teams to deal with. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to it now. But listen, it's the FA Cup. Anything can happen. There's no easy draws, as we know with Crystal Palace taking one off us. United took one off us, and Wigan took one off us. You know?
Yeah. Listen, over to this bum here, man. You know what I mean? He's got his hood up, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's hiding in his daughter's bedroom. You don't believe we can't see you, Grizz Khan. You know what I mean? Don't believe we can't see you, man. Get up, man. Get up, and wake up, man. Because wait 1 second. I just feel like
I didn't go back, man.
No, but it's getting too much. Like we just think it's gonna ignore you.
Yeah, we can't just keep ignoring this. I'm sorry, they're getting pasted.
This guy, bro, the team that you've been basically rooting for as well, because I don't know this weird friendship you've got with Man City, but they keep just battering you. You know what I mean? Was that 3 wins now this season for Man City? Like, are you gonna keep cheering them on? You know, absolute bombs, man. And one person I want to get to is Mr. Van Disney. You know that name's not gonna go away. You know that, and I don't think any of the greats had this name. The fact that Van Dijk is called Van Disney. You see, we heard names about Rio Ferdinand and John Terry and all that. The fact that your defender is still called Van Disney and has these moments where he just does some crazy daft shit. That's 4 penalties, by the way, this season he's conceded. He's already defending, by the way. Who do you think you are, man? Who does Van Dijk think he really is, man? Like, he could just do this aura defending and expect, like, you know, we're not going to cook him for it. Are you mad? Are you absolutely mad? Like, generally, like, yeah, cool. Konate's got a lot of stick this season, but I feel like Van Dijk as well has got away with a lot, man. Bournemouth game away from home. There's been a lot of games where Van Dijk has cost Liverpool, and I don't think we've talked about it enough. Cool, we're not going to disgrace his name and be like, oh, yeah, cool, he's not a Liverpool legend, but I feel like he needs to get talked about a lot. This Liverpool team as well, Ekitike, Mo Salah. There's a lot of players there. Gravenberch as well, been stinking the gaff out. You know, there's a lot of people praising him last season, and rightly so. But his kind of fall off has been absolutely crazy. So there's a lot about this Liverpool team, man. And it's like, cool, you can write your essays on Twitter, Grizz, yeah? It's all good and well writing your little essays on Twitter, but you man need to really, really be judged as the worst champions. It's a disgrace. Getting packed 4-0, leaving the stadium early, you know? And you're in a top 5 battle with Everton and them man there. Everton could finish above you. I reckon that will be the biggest disgrace if you let Everton finish above you. And the way you lot are going right now, it's not out of question. Everton to finish above you. It's a disgrace, man.
They play him this week, Everton.
No, I think it's the week after. I think they play Fulham and then Everton, yeah. So it's a disgrace. This Mo Salah, brother, it's actually sad to watch. I swear down. Normally I banter him, but I swear down, Grizz, it's sad to watch a guy who's just finished, bro. Like, he's finished. His body language finished. The fact that he missed a penalty. The fact that he couldn't even control that ball. And then I don't know how he let Kozanov get there. Not sharp enough. Can't control the ball. Can't link up play. It's mad.
Finished?
No, I'm going to pass the baton on to someone else before you give us a monologue.
Is it time for the glasses? Is it time for the glasses?
It's not
the glasses.
What is it to monologue?
Sunglasses.
No, because we're not here for the monologue from you. I'm going to let someone else say something before you go in.
Say what you got to say. Do what you got to do. I agree with most of what you said. I agree with what Steve said fully, pretty much, and I agree with all your serious points. I'm not going to respond to the names and all that points because
no, you have to respond to that.
No, I don't. No, come on, man. That's for your straight. Look,
no. It's true though. Van Disney's still about though. Is Van Disney still about?
I'm here to. I'm not here to lower my.
Is Van Disney still about though? Is he still about though? Is he still alive?
Is Van Disney still alive? What the fuck?
It's true though, man. Is that Van Disney? Because I can't stop saying that because I'm like, he comes around every so often.
I get that. I get that. Listen, I get that. I understand. You carry on speaking that talk, that language. That's you. I understand that. I understand. You've got a podcast, go and check it out, people. It's called The Straight Jacket. Yeah, people like you, when you're talking like naming like that, should be put in a straight jacket. Yeah,
no, but
you carry on talking names. I'm going to talk the football. You're right. Van Dijk has not been criticised enough. I'm going to be serious with you on the football talk. Forget all the other stuff. You're absolutely spot on. He's been atrocious along with all the names that you said, all the senior players. I don't know. It's not a monologue. It's reality. The reality is that we've been shambolic. We've been embarrassing. I got to a point, and you guys know when we talk serious, I try to give the team and the manager time because he's got credit, right? And you guys know up to January, I was making excuses, reasons, mitigating circumstances, blah, 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 blah. And I stuck to my word. I said to you lot, I'm going to judge this team after January, February. And I did say that to you lot. And now it's time to judge. And my judgment is it's atrocious. It's embarrassing. And he needs to go yesterday. But the reality is, I don't think it's possible to bring someone in now. I don't think the board think, well, who are we going to bring in now? I still think we can bring in someone like, let's just, for example, say Steven Gerrard, who would give a lift to the end of the season. We'll talk about new manager bounce, blah, blah, blah. But will Steven Gerrard want to come for like an interim? Is Steven Gerrard an interim type manager with his reputation aura? It's a difficult situation the board finds.
Not going anywhere, man. He's not going anywhere.
No, but the point is, the board have brought this on themselves, and we're a shambles right now. You're absolutely spot on. Top 5 is a doubt. Van Dijk was atrocious. Salah, you guys know.
What do you mean the board brought this on themselves, though?
By not giving him what he needed, like to change it in January. We had an open window where you can bring in a central defender or a winger in January, and they didn't. We didn't spend fuck all in January because
I think it's not relative, though. I think
Mark Gay, they dropped the ball with that.
They dropped the ball, so Turkish man. That, like,
no, they did. But to blame the board, like I remember, and I asked this question.
I'll tell you why I blame the board as well. Because if he was to get sacked, he should have got sacked when we lost 6 out of 9 games, bro. That was the time to sack him. If they had the balls, they should have sacked him then.
I remember Grizz. I remember asking at the start of the season. I asked just for a particular reason because the waves, let's not forget, the waves in the summer were all Liverpool waves, right? Because there's the signings, everything. And I asked, would you have rather spend that money on Gahey and then see how it goes with Isak, rather than wait for Isak and then see how it goes with Guehi. And you and many other Liverpool fans, I think, in fact, all Liverpool fans said they were happy with the way it was done and how it was done. So it can't culminate with January when everyone was happy with it. Everyone's culpable.
The reason why I said that was because I was, and I think most people were adamant that Guehi's going to happen later on. So we're going to get the best of both worlds. You get it? So I couldn't say no to Isak, thinking and knowing that we're going to get Guehi as well, because you don't say no to Isak. Isak hasn't kicked a ball realistically overall for us, so we can't. It's been a disaster of a season. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not.
It's magical when if we all take a step back to the beginning of the season, when Liverpool started signing Wirtz, Ekitike, Isak, Frimpong, we are on top of the team they already had. We all thought, fucking hell, if they get Isak here, it's game over. It's game over. We thought they're going to blow. You're getting a 30, 26, 25, 30 goals a season striker on top of what you've got. You're getting a creative midfielder like Florian Wirtz. You know, they've strengthened the fullback with Frimpong, who was playing very, very well for Leverkusen. So you're looking at it thinking they're stacked all over the park, but it just didn't. Was just not worked out.
Where's it proved, Steve, that money buying star players, and we didn't learn a lesson. We've been working on a certain model and being successful, the most successful team after City for the last 7-8 years, and we mashed up that model and went after the names, money. Stars.
We know that money doesn't guarantee it. It's only kids that say that. Oh, yeah, anyone can do it with money. Well, it proves it can't, because we've seen people. The most important job in a football club is your manager, because you're trusting a manager with your dough. So if he gets that wrong or he spends it bad, it can set your club back 5 or 6, 7 years. This is why the elite managers, spend well. And this is what I'm trying to say.
And let me be clear to the Liverpool fans. This message to the Liverpool fans. If you think it's just slots the problem, then you're so mad deluded, because I know Saeed's bantering, but he's right. The senior players have been atrocious. Like, the senior players have to hold some as well. Like, all these players that I've been lavishing praise on. And it is sad, because social media is going to do so much revisionism, and this is what's going to be so sad, because they're going to look at Salah now. They're going to look at Virgil now. And they're going to remember, even Alisson, they're going to look at now, and Robertson, and they're going to forget the past, and they're going to talk about now, which is, it's hard to take. And that's the bit I'm sure.
Last season, we talked on air about the new contracts for Van Dijk and Salah, and we said, I remember bringing up saying, is it not time to go for these players? And at the time, they had good seasons, so it made sense to get them nailed down. But he's proved that the Salah, you can't see into the future, but people must have known working with him that, was he really the same guy?
Let me tell you something.
Luis Diaz, letting Luis Diaz go was massive for me. I think he was massive.
Steve, I think I told you lot. I think I told you lot in our private chat that they didn't want to give Salah a new deal. The people, the numbers people, the data people didn't want to give Salah that money.
Yeah, he forced their hands this season.
They wanted to give that money to Trent. That's why it was delayed right to the last minute. They're trying to convince Trent. They didn't want to give it to Salah. And I remember I said I would get rid of him. I would sell him. Remember, do you guys remember? I said it. I said, yeah, Salah gone. So they didn't want to give Salah the deal. But Salah had such a season, a record-breaking season. They were kind of, what's the word? Not blackmail. Like, they had no choice to give him a new deal.
Force out their hands.
Yeah. So, and Virgil was captain, and Virgil was kind of saying he wants to stay. So you can't go against Virgil, captain, wanting to stay, and then not giving him a contract. But I know for a fact the people didn't want to give, the big people, they didn't want to give Salah that new deal.
I think there's a bit of hindsight in the Diaz one, because he's 29. And it's not like he was playing at a world-class level for Liverpool. Let's not forget. He was a very good player for Liverpool. He wasn't playing at a level where it was like you cannot sell him. And I think you got good money for him. But the problem is you didn't replace him. That's the problem. You didn't replace him. You needed to bring in an out-and-out. If you were going to play this system, you needed to bring in an out-and-out winger, because Gakpo was also never showing the levels of consistency to be a starting winger. And he's also just not technically gifted enough to even play for me as an out and out winger. He's more like an inside forward because you just want him in shooting positions, but he's not a good dribbler. He's not an incredible winger like that. Gackers, yeah. And you don't have and really forget the left hand side. No one talks about it. Everybody's trolling Salah. I get it. Cool. I'm past that point now. We know he's washed, but he's been consistent the whole time, so it's fine. Like that's just the human body. Where is your backup right winger? If you didn't want to give Salah a new deal and you were forced into it because of the optics, and we all know the way it went, fair. But where is the backup right winger to say, right, Salah, we know that there's a chance you might have a dip, so we need to rotate you in and out of the team. And this is where spending 120 million on Isak and just acting out of sorts and not acting like Liverpool Football Club has really put you in peril. I'm not saying I don't rate Isak, but Liverpool don't spend that kind of money on one person. You usually go 40, 45, and you spread it out because you know you needed more than this, than just one guy. And it's crazy work because you're just acting out of sorts. That's something we would do. That's what you used to criticize for. Why are you trying to be us for? Be yourselves. Be yourselves.
We went against the grain, and you're spot on. And this is where Turkish, when you said the board, yeah, this is why there's bare disconnects between the board, the footballing director, and Slot. He doesn't fucking rate Chiesa one single bit. And Chiesa was supposed to be the auxiliary forward. Sometimes play wide right, sometimes play left. Sometimes Gakpo replace Gakpo, sometimes replace Salah, he doesn't rate Chiesa at all. Yet Chiesa was brought in as a player and couldn't get rid of him as well. So the board, there's a disconnect there, which is obviously going to get resolved. Man's going to lose his job. Everyone wants him gone now, and I get it. I just can't see the board doing it unless, and this is not even unrealistic. It's not even unrealistic. Unless PSG slap us like City, then they have to make a decision because we just can't keep getting smashed every single week. Well, we can. We are. But, man, like,
you guys say this every week that you
players,
make a
the players are not playing for him. Like, Steve will tell you, we saw it. We were at the mob. And I told you lot, they're not running. They're not pressing. They're not doing anything for this guy. Klopp teams, win, lose or draw, they'd run through a fucking brick wall for that, brother. They would run through a brick wall. They're jogging. Look at that.
That's why it's on him, though.
That little pass, it was like slow motion where he chipped the keeper. It was slow motion. And that was what, the 57th minute or something, Steve? Something like that. It was washed. They're washed right now. And of course, Slot has to take the bullet because he's the head coach. Always happens. The head coach gets it. But I agree with you lot. The senior players need to hold some as well because they've been trash. And I don't know. This is the worrying part before you lot say, here we go. The worrying part is I don't know who the new captain leadership is in that team squad right now. We may have to buy a leader. I don't know who that leader is.
Yeah, so you don't know who the new leadership core are, but you keep telling us that you're going to be challenging for a title next season, guaranteeing it. I don't understand it. Which one is it?
I'm open to change my mind.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Well, that's all right then. Is this the worst title defense in history?
I don't know. We'll see at the end of the season.
Huh?
So we'll see at the end of the season, innit? It's lining up to be.
What was Jose's one in 15-16?
Hey?
Chelsea finished 10th, right? Chelsea.
Yeah, but the context behind that was proven the season after, which was they down tools completely.
No, I agree. Listen, I agree. We see at the end of the season, and if the facts say,
we need to wait till the end of the season, guys. I'll be honest with you.
You say now, no problem. You say now.
Yo, we know.
I've got no hope for it, like to change it around. I'm not suddenly saying, we're gonna win 7 games left, we're gonna win 5 and draw 2. I anticipate more losses, more pain, more trolling, more banter. I expect it. I don't expect to get top 4 right now, guys. I'm being honest, top 5 by right now. I think it's going to be a struggle. We got Everton.
Someone has to, man. Someone has
to. We got Everton away.
Look ugly.
United away. We got Villa away. Do you think we're winning? Do you think we're doing anything in those 3?
Yeah, they're done out here, man. They're done out here.
It's genuinely GRIZZ. It's the flip of a coin, bro.
just to put it out there, the worst champions in history, if you're talking history, Manchester City won the league and got relegated the season after. We're the only team in history to ever do that.
What year was that? What year was that?
Crazy.
About 1938. Man City won the league and got relegated the season after. And I believe we got relegated and we scored 100 goals and conceded 100 goals.
Wow.
On paper, we'll say that one. But did you spend 500 million that summer?
Nah, we spent about 30 quid and a couple of bags of spuds, but we were champions.
Now, let's not, it was never meant to be like, it was a miracle, in it, really. So that's why we can't really add Leicester, man.
I have to disagree with Grizz earlier on saying it's not all slot. I think the majority is slot. Even if you're saying Van Dijk and Salah this season, Van Dijk and Salah have proven they can carry the team. Even if that's just last season alone, they proved that they can carry a team, get over the line. I think this season it was more, outside looking in, I might be wrong, but this season it was more about slot. Slot came in first season, Salah and Van Dijk said, do this, we got this. But I think after a Premier League win, it felt like Slot's taking over now because you men are getting old, new contracts, nice, support what I'm going to do. But what Slot done didn't give them the belief. And on the pitch, you see it all in action. It's all crumbling.
I'm saying it's not all Slot. I'm not saying it's not Slot or majority isn't Slot. I'm saying it's not all Slot. The players have been poor, Turkish. The players have been so poor, man. They have to hold responsibility. There's pride in these players, man. They've won Champions Leagues. They've won Premier Leagues. And the other players are good players. There's good players out there. But it's just... the manager's not able to motivate them. The manager's not able to set up tactically. I get all that and I agree with all that. But there is a bit of pride with the players, man.
Manager or no manager, I think it could look good, really dark for Liverpool, man, in the next year or two. I mean, you're looking at Van Dijk, if he's going to decline the way he is, Robertson's going to leave, Salah's going to leave. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big chunk. Alisson isn't really there. Konate. I can't lie to you guys, but there's no guarantee of Liverpool being a serious club for the next couple of years, you know? Like, you could say recruitment and whatnot and manager Xabi Alonso, but that's a big chunk of their core players, you know, that have been there.
Look, I understand. Look, I understand that. I see where you're coming from, especially someone like you, because you know what it's like. You know, you're coming from a place of knowledge.
Is that another backhanded compliment? Or
no,
what
am I being honest or am I lying? Tell me when I don't.
You didn't need to really mention us, but go
I
ahead.
know I didn't, but I am gonna. It's because I'm speaking, right?
Is that gonna make you feel better?
No, of course not. Compared to you, why am I going to be compared to you and make my feel better? What I'm saying is you're speaking from experience. You're speaking from a knowledgeable point of view, and you've got a lot of time in your hands because you're not playing much football. So you're analysing Liverpool's situation.
But from what I said there, am I correct?
Let me finish, man. What Toby said. Toby said at the start, if you're not going to let me speak when it's my turn,
you haven't answered my question, though. So why get to all that waffle?
Listen. Look, it's not fair. When Liverpool lose, I can't get mashed up on the mob by these two brothers, yeah, and then can mash up you. I have to have my say on this show at least. So, SAEED, you're spot on. It could get very dark. There could be a tunnel at the end of the light, yeah, the way it's going. Remember, we know all this, yeah. The curtains are on the wall, all of that business. It could be us, but only time will tell, man. But you're talking from experience. I understand. I have to listen.
I just think it's a reality.
When you talk about these situations, I have to listen to you because you're talking from experience.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. I just think, you say the board is, there's question marks about the board, question marks about you gave Salah a contract that he didn't deserve probably right now, you're saying.
But these are bygones, isn't it? But these are all bygones now. Now we have to get it right. Now we have a chance to fix it because he's good. He's not going to start the next season. And you're right. And we all know this. You have to get the manager right after a legend leaves the club. Man United have shown it. Arsenal have shown it. It could take 3-4. We'll see with City what happens with City after Pep. It could. Errors come to an end, and then you could start getting dark times ahead. You're right.
There's no error, to be fair.
There's a lot of issues.
I think the problem is with your team. It feels like there's quite a lot of I watched some of the Steven Gerrard overlap video, and I agreed with a lot of what Gerrard was saying. There's issues all over the gaff. It's like, which one do you prioritize first? Mo Salah is obviously leaving, so you need a right wing up, but then you also need a left wing up, but then you also need a left centre back, but then you also need a left back. then you also need a midfielder. Which one
Right
gets
back.
which right back? Which one gets the priority in the summer to get Liverpool? Because you're right, you do have some good players. We can't just say that Liverpool are bad, like terrible squad. You've got some very good players, but you've got a very unbalanced. You've got a very unbalanced squad. So it's like, which one do you prioritize first? And from what you prioritize, will the players in those positions be good enough to propel you back into where you want to be, which is challenging?
For me personally, if you ask me as the Liverpool rep on the Big Six, you only want my opinion right now, it's very simple. I know you've made it sound complicated and everything else, and I understand from the outside, but internally speaking, you give me at least one physical, strong, fast midfielder, powerful midfielder who's going to do the dirty work, who's got a defensive brain first. None of my midfielders have defensive first. They all attack first, including our 6, which is Gravenberch. We've seen him roam forward and get goals. You give me a young dynamic winger in the mode of Diomande to replace Salah. And we've already got the centre-back, by the way, that we're looking at.
Well, Xhaka?
Say again? Yeah, Xhaka, yeah. Yeah, Xhaka,
Is that enough?
No, it's not enough. What I'm saying is that's what we're going for. And hopefully Leone returning as well. So that's where we banked on our future. But you give me a proper DM, proper midfielder, and then a winger to replace Salah, and obviously a Gakpo alternative, and we're good to go again. Doesn't mean we're going to guarantee to win anything, but we're good to go again. Of course, a new coach is absolutely the cherry on the cake that makes the difference. Turkish is right. Slot is the problem overall. So you change the man at the top and you give me those 3 strong first teamers, and I'll have a bit of confidence. But right now, you're right. It's looking bleak and peak, and happy days for a lot of you lot and dark days for me.
Okay, should we do super chats? I think so.
Yes, please.
I like cooking. I like one, but yeah, we'll see next time.
Nice call, man. I like you too.
It's because he's got no fight. He hasn't had no fight all season. Like, how much time do you reheat a meal? Like, you can't.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Set them up. What do you want me to do?
Relax, man. Why are you animated, bro? Relax. We're having a conversation with Turkish, bro. Relax.
I'm talking to Turkish. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Turkish.
I'm talking to Turkish as well.
I'm talking to SAEED.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, but why are you interrupting us?
Because I'm here. Should I not be here if I'm here?
You said your monologue, and me and SAEED are
not. I'm here. I'm interrupting.
Well, how about you have? How come you got so much energy for this, but not your club?
Do you know what? I'll say this. Saeed's different, because Saeed's sitting in a position of he's only got 1 game a week. He's had a 3-week break, right? And he's not playing for nothing. So he's not really playing for no. He's not playing for no. There's no risk with Saeed this season. He's just chilling. He knows he's getting top 5. He ain't playing for shit, so he can cook whoever he wants. Some of us have still got things to fight for. Some of us have got big games coming up. And we could cook and all this, but at the same time, we're just trying to keep our cards a bit close to our chest and just see how things go. Because there's no point me cooking GRIZZ to smithereens and then getting slapped up by City on Sunday. So let me just focus, innit?
No, that's the L mentality.
Got a lot going on right now. One battling relegation. You know what I mean? So it's like all this cooking, like no one's actually successful right now this season, really. Everyone's kind of fucked.
I'm just holding them accountable. I wouldn't even say
maybe Steve, apart from Steve. So yeah, I could cook GRIZZ for the 100th time, but I'm below GRIZZ in the table. So let me just sit back. Let me just chill, man. Let me just chill.
L's in the chat, man.
Anyway, SAEED, yeah, he doesn't really.
What I was meant to say is that there's no content from GRIZZ, so just check his tweets out. So I'm watching your tweets, GRIZZ. But that's all I was going to say.
GRIZZ writes. He's old school people. So
yeah, he's right. That's his content.
We've tried to get him to do videos and tried, but
yeah,
prefers
see if you can write City an apology and send it me in the mail. I'll send you a stamp.
I'm building my studio. Don't go anywhere.
Get the typewriter out, GRIZZ.
Everything's happening slowly but surely. Everything's coming together. I'm going to be in a new studio soon. You know what I mean? Matisse is going to help me sort out with the dynamics, the backgrounds, and everything. Don't worry.
It started well. Purple stars.
Don't scare.
Yeah, man.
If I start doing content, you're fuck's sake, I'm going to come for you straight. bring back that show. What was our show called? Aki's or something. Yeah, we're coming.
Something like that.
We're coming
Yeah.
back.
Say that now.
We're gonna call it Don't Scared.
And
Yeah.
you tell me, brother, you're gonna be my first guest on Brown Monday.
I mean, yeah.
Let me do the super chats and then we.
What's it called? What's it called? Brown Monday. Is that like?
You're coming on as well.
Is that when you've had a curry on a Friday on a Sunday?
Brown Monday.
Brown Monday, yeah.
Steve, you're coming on as well. Send me a picture. I need a thumbnail, man.
Minute Steve here.
What's cool. Let me do these super chats on Liverpool. You know you've lost the plot when Stevie Nicol is done with you. Slot out from Nasir.
No, that's not right actually. Because Steve Nicol is a critic of Liverpool. He's one of those ones that is always butthurt because he never got connected with the club, never got a role. So Steve Nicol's always saying Liverpool. That's not when you know lose the plot. When Stevie G talks like he's been talking, that's when you know slot out. Stevie G's lost the plot, and that's when you start listening.
Watching this Liverpool team right now is demoralizing, says Mabs. Slot has lost the dressing room, and once that's happened, there's only one option. He must go. Match says, my leader, I know it's, quote, don't scared for life, but on Saturday I was totally disgusted that it was first time I've turned the game off before full time.
I hear you, brother. I was contracted to the mob, otherwise I would have done the same.
Uncle says, Grizz, there are rumours Slot will step down only if the package is right. I just want to see the back of him. We have become embarrassing. You'll never walk alone.
Yeah, look, we're not going to sack him. It's going to be termed as mutually agreed. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he won us the league. And not many...
You know how funny it is to see a sentence saying, I just want to see the back of him, and that ends with, you'll never walk alone. So you're letting Slot walk alone. You Liverpool fans have only seen 2 league titles in your entire life, and he gave you one of them. You'll never walk alone, but he can.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'll
that's
play the other side. I've done enough on the Slot outside. I'm going to prop up Slot for the next few weeks.
No, you're going to do me. You're going to do my ones. No,
Yeah, you deserve it as well, because you've been a disgrace this year. So
100%. 100%.
Where are we? Here we are. Big up Max. Been having a bit of a hard time recently, but still enjoying the show massively. Hope all is well, Max. Hope all gets better. Want to give plaudits to Kusanov and O'Reilly. If they played for Arsenal, then we'd be hearing them in Beckenbauer and Maldini conversations by now. Now, credit where credit's due on both of those players.
And we agreed as well, yeah.
O'Reilly in particular as well. This, like, yeah. Because that game wasn't going City's way, and he pops up in the box, he does a little turn, he wins a penalty, and that was as important as his first goal against us in the final, for example. So, yeah, big him up. And then Kusanov's doing his thing. Second semi-final in my lifetime, says Hash. First in the FA Cup. Can't wait to smash Chelsea. We will see. A couple Tottenham ones here, so I'll get them in shortly. And I think that's it on... Actually, no, here we are. Whatever the name says, turns out that Salah was even better than we all thought last season. Looks like this side was carried by Salah instead of Slot being that good. Completely agree. Aero adds, Salah drop off is sad, but makes you appreciate Benz, Latan, Scholes, Giggs still maintaining their levels in their late 30s. Longevity taken for granted.
Facts.
How's that facts? How old is Salah?
33.
Right. So he's not in his 30s.
I was saying, like,
how old was last year? Was he in his 30s when he smashed up all those records? Has any of those got those records what Salah's got?
Brother, they got trophies.
Get back in your straight jacket, man.
No, but have they got trophies? Yes or no? Sure.
What did Latan do?
All I'm saying is Salah's got the same amount of Premier League titles as Henry. So let's be fair. Talking about titles. Henry's lauded as a god, and Salah now because of the trophies. So let's just be consistent.
I just want everyone to remember.
Let's just be. I'm just saying. Let's just be consistent.
I'm not replying to you. I'm not replying to you. I'm talking to the community. Hey, just remember Matisse did that just now, people. Yeah, Matisse did that. He did that one. Yeah. So let's ball knowledge. Don't worry. Robertinho says, big up the panel. Big up Mirabai, Uncle Grizz Khan. Red Cartel in a spliff. SAEED and TOBS. Big up Turkish. Don't let City win this league. Yash says, Kusanov and O'Reilly walk into any big 6-11. Big up the Blues. You're crazy. He doesn't walk into ours, does he? And for a second, I thought it was Saeed's Jamal's room. Oh yeah, missing the J.
Come on.
A couple here from Ben Les. The first one says, I'm sick of this Donna hype. 6'6" keeper who gets bullied at corners and can't catch the ball, who's made more mistakes than Trafford and is so shit at distribution is crazy and it affects City. He goes on to add, go watch Nobbin's analysis on him. No coincidence our two best performances come with Trafford in the net. Trafford can do everything Donna can do besides the top corner saves. Don't believe me? Your fault. Interesting. Has your two best performances this season come with Trafford in goal? Has it been the last two?
Yeah, well, probably Newcastle away in the cup. Is
there a link?
He's been in the cup goalkeepers, but listen, Donnarumma has saved our ass on multiple occasions this season. When 1-on-1, Liverpool away at Anfield, last minute deflection save.
That's a bit.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a little bit harsh, but like you say, there'll be a conversation at the end of the season. We'll see.
54 Snipes says, can guys get on to Wirtz being a flop? Pogba got killed for less. Is it a colour thing or what? Don't forget, it took time.
Been 6 months.
It took time for
years.
people to form their opinion.
Back in his first season, though.
Hold to account as much. Yeah. It's true. Wirtz has gone very much under the radar this season.
Very much.
He played well in the first half. Disappeared in the second half.
He disappeared though. He disappeared.
Yeah.
Rishad with the last one on the subject, or not really on it, but I see my name. Almost forgot, but Turkish, are you going to tell the panel about being hard for leather? Not going to lie, loose cannons after an Arsenal loss is so good. Yeah, well, we can talk about that. Jordan
not hard for leather.
Yeah, Jordan messed it up, man. Jordan did a SAEED, man.
Yeah, he did. Yo, what's going on, man?
Yeah, he said hard for leather. I corrected him. I said it's hell for leather, mate. And that was that. But yeah, let's move. Is that it?
No, there's one team that got a bit of confidence boost, isn't it?
Does this guy look confident or sound confident after what you just said?
I don't know. Let's not do this, man. 2 hours 11 minutes in. We're not about to sit here.
I've got time for you, my friend.
Glaze is 7-0 win over Port Vale.
Okay, no.
You don't let me get to bed in the next 10 minutes.
Let him talk about the Jao.
So he's ready to do half an hour segment on the 7-0.
I'm not. I just wanted to respect your team.
Thank you for respecting us. I mean, we're 2 hours 11 minutes in, so we feel very respected. Trust me, we feel very important. Big win because we're going to Wembley. It's for the fans. You know what I'm saying? This is all we got, in my opinion. Like all this top 5, top 4, I keep telling people it's not memorable. It's not what you aim for at the start of the season. It's about the trophies. So going to Wembley, got a good draw, and you need to win against bitter rivals Leeds, man, who've beaten us and taken points off us this season. We haven't beaten them once. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we got some hope. Tobes keeps asking me, are we fighting for important things? And yeah, we are. Just about clinging on. I don't think we're favourites. No, I predicted City to win it.
No. I didn't ask favourites. I said, are you going to win it?
I think City will win it, but
cool.
We're second favourites. So you know who the better team is, but we're second favourites. So if we do win it, you know what I mean, I'll be circling back for you though if we do win it, because hopefully you're relegated and I've got a trophy. That would be beautiful. Yeah, if that would be fantastic. So
and so would a lot of things in life. It would be fantastic to be a multi-millionaire. It would be fantastic to travel the world and have no worries. Yeah, it would be fantastic.
Esteval was good. You'll be happy to hear, because obviously he's going to Brazil. He's going to the World Cup with Brazil over Neymar.
So, wind your neck in his Port Vale. Yeah.
I have to mention the good performances from some, Hato, Gusto, those three are the standouts. So yeah, man. Keep an eye on Esteval though, because I know that's one of your favorite players.
Didn't he have a stinker in the last time he played Leeds?
I don't remember. It's a long time ago.
I remember you got bounced 3.
Everyone was bad, to be fair. I actually do remember. Everybody was shit. We were shocking.
Okay, cool. But you just have to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, you should keep an eye on him. Of course, you should.
No problem.
Because like I said, Brazil. So
did Cole Palmer play well?
Doesn't really matter if anyone played well. Not to dodge the question, but it's Port Vale. I need Cole Palmer to play well against City and Man United. It
mattered for the other players you mentioned.
Yeah, because they're kids. You got to give the kids something. Yeah,
Gusto's
Gusto's not a kid. Gusto's not a kid.
Oh,
Gusto's not a
okay.
kid. So you can scratch him off the record. But it means something for a few of the kids. McQueen came on. Do you know what I mean? I'll give them something, but I'm not.
I heard some big things about that guy, that kid, man. McQueen.
Who's McQueen?
He's Lightning McQueen, young kid, come from the academy.
Young kid, I heard some. Yeah.
First name Gordon. No.
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, him and Rio. So yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, it's Port Vale. I don't want to spend too long on this.
But you did your job. Other people couldn't do their job, so at least you did
It's
your
true.
job.
It's true.
You know what I
But
mean?
if it's Port Vale. They're 15 points off Wigan. If we didn't do our job against Port Vale, Lord have mercy, I don't even know if it would have been. I genuinely think there could have been riots in West London if we didn't do our job against Port Vale after some of the performances we've had recently. So yeah, onto Wembley. Leeds will be a tough game at Wembley, but we have to win that. We have to use the pitch. You have to use the big pitch and play them off it. So yeah, man.
Yeah,
we move.
AMT says, who knows, Chelsea may give their Blue Brothers the blues this weekend. And wait 1 sec, just working my way backwards here. There's a couple Tottenham ones. Mo says, what's with all this playing the man and not the ball here? Also, big up Matisse for the Chiefs jersey. Oh yeah, Kaiser Chiefs, love for the love. Come on, you gunners. This one, the hard-hitting questions. Matisse, we're going to make Blue Call Out video, or we're going to protect our Sky Sports, Talk Sports gigs, mate. These owners will go one day, but people are going to remember you sold out over doing what's right. Enjoy the money, mate.
Enjoy the money, bro.
Yeah. It's not like I just come off Talk Sport arguing with Jason Cundy. No.
Yeah,
you know, when people have lukewarm temperature brains and make comments like this, I'm not going to debate or argue with you. I'm just going to tell you to suck my dick and keep it moving, bro. Genuinely, I don't have time for this. I'm not doing this. We're not doing this, man. We're done.
Whoa,
yo,
I'm not here to argue with idiots, man. I'm not here to argue with idiots. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. It had to be said. I'm not here to argue with idiots, man. I'm sorry. I'm done. Like, imagine thinking Sky Sports, Talk Sport, think they care what my opinion is. They just want clips, bro. And I gave them plenty when I was arguing with Jason Cundy. You know what? I've clocked people. There is what's it called? A dictatorship that forms when your club is doing really
Stop
poorly
mentioning
or really wellly, and unless you abide by whatever people say you should do every minute, you got a problem. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Yeah, man. I didn't realize this guy was my channel manager. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize I worked for this guy. You have to suck my dick, man. You have to. You have to, bro.
Yo,
that was a crash out. I've never seen.
Yo, that was a crash out. Yo,
came out of nowhere as well.
But, bro, I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, since when are people running my channel? I don't understand. Like, who do I work for? I don't get it. It's like, well, who are you? It's mad. Mad.
Clavak says, why is Tobes in the stream? Shouldn't he be watching commentary hard to start getting a feel of the championship in prep?
It's not even funny. I didn't chuckle.
Maybe he's serious.
No comment. Because when it's me,
I didn't chuckle. Tell me when we're ready to talk properly.
Atonement says, this is what happens when SAEED is manager. Loses complete control of the dressing room.
Yeah.
It was one of them ones, man. I just couldn't really interrupt.
I was in the chat for Saeed's hosting today.
But we got to see box office, you know what I mean? Entertainment, man.
Appreciate the help. Describe the panel member clockwise to you as a world-class player, any era. Big up the panel, big up the Big Six community. Clockwise to me on the screen, then. So it means Steve next, obviously, for me, yeah? You lot watch. Yeah?
I think so.
So I'll describe Steve as Yapstam.
I'll describe Saeed as Titus Bramble.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Man went from Stam to Bramble.
I describe GRIZZ as Jamie Carragher.
You wanker. I describe Toby as Sol Campbell.
I describe Matisse as Craig Eastman.
Craig what?
Craig Eastman.
That's so random.
I know Craig Eastman.
It rings a bell. Craig Eastman.
I'm gonna describe Turkish as Hector Bellerin.
Aye. Are you gonna fucking keep spelling out for this Sky Sports Talk Sport about Hector Bellerin? Tell them you're meeting
plant trees, man.
Tomorrow. Tell them you're meeting Finkelstein tomorrow.
Plant trees, bro.
Yeah.
Look, he's lashing out now. He's lashing out.
Hey, tomorrow, Ritz, Carlton, 1:20 p.m. Matisse and Finkelstein, they're meeting. Catch them in action, people. I'm telling you. What's that guy that's always landing stuff? Go over there and land over there and catch him in action.
Sorry, he said world class. My bad. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he said world class.
Exactly.
Bellerin was world class. Bellerin was world class.
I just took it. I just took it down to the gutter. I just took it down to the gutter.
I tried, people. I tried. Sorry, Gav. SK says if Spurs get relegated but Arsenal bottled the league last day and lose the Champions League final to a last-minute Kane winner, which fans are happy at end of the season?
No one's happy.
What?
No one's happy. What do you mean? What?
There's no happy. Welcome.
Arsenal would be happy if we went down.
Yeah, it'd be painful though, man. Fuck.
I don't think they care. Genuinely, after
Yeah,
all that
I
that you
can't
just
lie.
described, I don't think they give a shit, bro.
That happening is just rip my heart out and take it with you, man. Just take it down the road. Big up and salute to the panel. Says AB, what other club do each of you think your current managers would manage better than your own club? Especially, he says slot to Arsenal. Slot at Arsenal. Fuck off. No. I don't know where Arteta manages better, to be honest.
I think the Zerbi does a better job than Rosignol, for sure.
Oh, does a better job. Okay. If
There's
that's
no
the
guarantee
case,
of that,
yeah.
man. I don't know, man.
Come on, man. Please.
Bro, he when it gets to the bright
He's
light.
right here on the show. He's on the big six, and you're telling me that the Zerbi can't do a better job.
You're rude.
Talking about sucking dicks.
They didn't say big six. I kept on thinking big six. A lot of the chat saying Arteta Everton. But we'll keep it moving. Rico, he's onto your hairline, Tobs.
Oh, please, man. Get over it, bro. These losers. Gimps.
I actually rate the haircut, man.
God, get over it. God, my
You had
hair's
to have
thinning.
that hair, you had to have that haircut after that little
What do they
fight
want me
with
to do?
Saeed.
I don't understand. What do people want me to do?
When the cap came off, you look like a homeless guy, like fighting over a sandwich. I
don't
thought he needs to
understand.
sort that out.
I don't understand. What do you want me to do?
Exactly. I'm with you,
Tell
Tops.
me.
Go Turkey.
No, I refuse. You got to pay me to go to Turkey.
Shout him Turkish, man.
Yeah, shout him Turkish, yeah?
I did once already, but I'll do it again.
Would you do it? Would you do it? Would you do it?
If they paid me, I probably would, yeah.
That's mad.
Bro, like,
you should see the way he looks at me at the studio. I can see the envy in his eyes from the cost.
I told you already. One grab and that hair's gone, bro. That's it.
He's looking at the flowing hair, and I can see it in his eyes. It's all right,
I don't even need to grab it. I just blow.
Inspiration, man. I'm just out here to inspire, man.
Put a fan
Bro,
on that hair.
you all right, man? You're on the stream, fam.
What did he say?
I said I don't need to pull it. I just blow.
Oh.